So I had to prove a point. I just got up and left.
That's
and like,
wild.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I would wake up in the morning and I'd go and look at myself and be like, what are you doing?
She's a vegan.
No.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Pesca.
Huh. Yes. But then when they see you, they be like, Johnny collaborate करते यार.
Yeah, right.
हाँ भोसड़ी के तुझे भेजा हुआ था
Karachi.
WhatsApp पे मैसेज जवाब नहीं दिया
Also, what I mean, like, तुझे मैंने बोल तूने बोल ताली बजा पे बोला.
All right.
Give me a clap.
Set.
1 2 3 ha
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nothing Happens Here, another dime podcast. Now, you thought this was a boys only club. Guess what? It ain't. Today, we got a very special guest with us. Well, let me give her a little intro. From independent artist to mainstream media sensation, multicultural, multi-talented singer-songwriter who also plays a mean guitar and a lean piano. Ex-Islamabadi, now a bona fide Karachiite. Boys and girls, please put your hands together for Unera Qureshi.
Thank you.
Okay
What's up? What's up? What's
I like
up?
that you put
Welcome.
thought into that.
Yeah, you gotta.
appreciate
I gotta
it.
give the intros properly, you know. Yeah, we were winging it for a while. Osama did an intro for Illumi.
It was all right. Like,
It was all right.
Could
It
have
was
been
all
better.
right.
I like the lean, mean part, though.
Write it down next
Yeah,
time.
that
Bring
was
it. Yeah.
cool.
Ah, yeah.
That was cool.
But we gotta get our intro
Nice.
game up. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maria, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys.
What's up?
What's to the table?
table?
Welcome to the table.
How you doing?
Okay.
Diversity happens here.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of complaints about people being like, "Oh, boys only, get some girls." In your face, we got a girl.
Yeah.
We
got
had
you.
it
We got
planned
you.
when you guys were starting. I remember.
Yeah, we always.
Osama and I spoke about it.
Yeah.
Because
I just live in a different city.
You do.
Yeah.
You used to live here.
I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You moved to Karachi. What's up? Why, man?
What
What
Why? I mean,
this guy wanted to wow
because
girl
I moved to
wow
Karachi and I
girl what
came back.
happened
Yeah.
What up?
Why you moved though?
What up with that?
I moved because I feel like, well, I was here. I started working here, and then I was living in Lahore for a little bit. But then right after Lahore, I came back here, and there was nothing really happening for me here. Like, I think I had...
Nothing happens here.
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah
Exactly. So I felt like I had, taken all or done as many things as I could do in the music industry in Islamabad, and Karachi seemed like the right place at the time. And 4 years later, I'm still there.
Nice, and it's working.
It's working.
It's working. Nice. Karachi didn't work out for me, but I'm glad it's working out for you.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, a lot of people from Islamabad who go, they often think they're like, "Yaar, pata nahi hum kaise karte."
Yeah.
But then, like, it works out.
This guy went too, right? You went to Karachi.
It
too.
Worked out for me just fine.
Did it though? I mean, I don't even remember you when you came to Karachi.
I
don't
we
think
ran into
any-
each
you
other
knew for a really
once.
short amount of
He had
time.
this
I don't-
huge
We
ponytail.
ran, oh my god, we ran into each other once at some like party, and I was like,
That's how I met
"Osama,"
him.
and he's just like,
Whatever.
shit, really?
I'm
Hey,
about-
okay. Because you were ducking me. You were ducking my calls when I got there.
Who wouldn't?
Because I didn't.
So was I.
But I didn't expect her. I was calling, and she's like,
because you would ask me to like come with certain people that I didn't want to bring.
No, I was like, let's, because
You wanted to party.
No, I didn't.
You wanted to party.
I don't want to party. I just want to sort of get around and see what's going on. Like,
तो मैं भी
like
तो
as far
नहीं
as
नहीं
the-
गई थी ना मुझे क्या पता वहाँ क्या हो रहा था
No, I think you were there for. Were you new?
2 महीने में
She was, yeah, but at that time, yeah, I had been there for like 3-4 months.
yeah you were there before me
okay.
And then
You went there for like 6 months, right? Or like
I went for almost a year.
ऊपर से ये इतना दूर रहता था कौन जाएगा वहाँ
किधर रहता था
किधर जाएगा? कहाँ रहता था?
NHS Karsaz.
हाँ तो दूर ही हुआ ना
NH
main से
NHH
like, first and
Karsaz.
defense से.
Yeah, this guy used to hit me up often. I also just ducked his calls and avoided
Yeah,
him. But then one day,
One fine
he found
day.
his way into the office that I worked at. I go downstairs. This guy's sitting there. So that was my initial.
And what was your excuses or justification?
I instantly sat down. I'm like, man, I'm sorry. You got to meet this guy. Like, I apologize for his entire whatever is going on. But that
Sama,
was-
you wanna talk about the day you met Fawad Khan?
Oh yeah.
Why don't you show her a picture of that?
we'll put it up right here. Yeah.
Yeah, put it up.
To what?
Watch this,
Ruining
watch
your self-image.
What the fuck is in this? What is this?
Yeah. Anyways, enough. Who cares about your damn stories? We
Yes,
got
I-
Maria
I-
here.
I-
Maria here. We got Maria here.
We need some crazy stories from you now.
No. We'll get to those. But just to give everyone a little recap of who you are, what you do. Maria is a fantastic singer-songwriter. How did you get into that basic podcast?
I think it's because I'm half Filipino, and my mom used to really make me and my brother sing a lot.
Nice. So it was
And
like
then-
a bachpan se thing.
Yeah, it was like in the family, in the blood, in the whole culture.
She sings herself, or
She
sang?
used to,
Sang.
yeah.
She used to. Yeah, she sang herself.
But yeah, I mean, it was like pretty much it was a whole thing at our house. My mom's community, the Filipinos, they were all Christian, so they would go to church Sunday and then come to our house for food, like brunch.
Nice.
And then this was a set thing every single Sunday.
Sounds
So
exhausting.
yeah, it was very exhausting. But I mean, I don't know. It was
I mean, it's fun though. I guess every Sunday. Sunday's far away from every Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Every
is.
Sunday is far away from the next Sunday, so
Yeah.
you recoup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how it started, and then she like taught us how to play the guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really
Oh,
cool.
That's
It was
cool.
she went, I don't know where, but like she ordered a guitar or something like that, and then she gave it to me and my brother, and she's like, play.
When your brother didn't carry on with it.
He actually was the first one to, pursue.
The music.
Yeah, but then I think somewhere like I want to say 2006, 7-ish, he was like, nah, this ain't for me.
This ain't for me. No.
He actually always wanted to be a pilot, but then he realized that that's also not for him. And then he went along and became a graphic designer.
He has a
Nice.
Shout out to your brother. This guy he works at this. Can I mention it? Yeah, her brother works at Epic Games. You guys know what Epic Games is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he works with Unreal. The Unreal software that Joy's working with.
Nice.
Yeah, her brother actually works in the company that Quixel, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like fucking dream.
It's really cool
dream
what he
job.
does.
Is it
Yeah.
based in Pakistan or outside of
It's-
Pakistan?
Pakistan.
It's originally from
nice.
Sweden, but it's been in Pakistan for like 10 years now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then and then she taught us how to play the guitar, and
What was the first song you learned how to play?
oh gosh, I think it was like I think it was Open Arms by Journey. Don't ask why.
Oh, okay.
But it was just random. And my mom would she basically taught me 4 guitar chords, and she's like, this is
A
all you
minor.
need to know. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I've told you this story.
No, I just know all the basic
Yeah.
guitar chords anyway. Yeah.
And
First chords you
so-
learn.
And so I learned, and then I hated school a lot, and I
Mm.
would.
Us all too. I think.
I mean, I just used to get bullied a lot, so I would do anything and everything to get out of that.
Oh shit.
And so I would take my guitar
This
to
is
school.
in Philippines or is
This is here.
This is here. Okay,
Oh,
people
so
are
you're
bully
talking
here.
about the time when we met.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, you guys met
2007.
then?
Yeah.
How old?
I know she here for 15 years.
How old were you?
Who's Shahir?
Who's Shahir?
Whatever.
Who's Shahir?
I'm
Who's
sure.
Shahir?
I know her for like a
What's
really
the
long
idea?
time.
What's
Oh,
the idea?
15 years, man.
15
That's
years.
Man.
Shahir.
How long have you known
Tuloy
him?
kya
How long have you known him?
Is
That's
school
all.
like 10 years?
No.
11.
12.
Oh, and
11.
how long have
12.
you got
2010.
you two known each other?
11.
11, and then you guys
11,
10.
15.
And
10,
then,
10, 12.
and I've known you technically like a long
10,
time,
11.
but really just we started hanging out like
Yeah.
a few years
Because of
ago.
gaming. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Same.
I thought he was a fucking
Oh, but
loser.
yeah.
This guy just came out of nowhere, man.
Fucking guy.
He was the plaster in the white wall. And he walked out of it and became real. Like, oh, I'm real now.
पूछो ना हम कितने से
How long
जानते
did you
हैं?
guys know each other?
Just
Like
now.
hour, 45 minutes,
That's okay. We've only known him like,
a year.
Like 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks.
no, it's been a
We were
year.
using a
So,
hologram.
yeah.
So yeah. You
So
were
yeah, I
saying-
hated school. Hated it. I
School
was like,
sucks.
fuck this.
Roots,
Um,
right? Y'all
yeah.
both went to Roots.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I would bring my guitar to school.
Oh, nice. Find a
then
little
I'd-
spot and just.
No, actually, because I was too scared to do that.
What?
Because I just didn't want anyone.
Wasn't
to
it cool
pick
back
on me.
then to like play the guitar and stuff? No.
It was.
Not for a-
actually.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
But
for a girl,
That, okay, so
that
it's
was
different-
kind
yeah,
of
that's-
new, you know. Like,
that's
it was,
bullshit,
It was,
yeah.
it was really messed up. So then I would just like kind of take my classes, whatever, blah blah blah, and then I'd go to a park in F7, and I would just bust
Jam out.
by myself in
Nice.
the corner
Oh, you-
because I
oh,
would
you-
wait.
You'd put out a hat and stuff, or like,
No, no,
okay.
no,
Oh, okay.
none of that.
I guess you can't. Who the fuck is gonna walk around and be like, "Hey, man, nice music."
I did do that once
Yeah,
in
man.
Kosar, and it did.
It works?
Because there are a lot of
shit.
foreigners there, so they understand.
And they
busking.
appreciate the
Oh.
music
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
So when that happened, I was like, "Oh, I could actually make money out of this."
Same.
nice. Nice.
Next time, book it.
I thought you meant like
Knees weak,
I get
arms
it.
busking. It's like busking is when you put a hat out and make money on the street.
Next time we
This guy doesn't.
I thought she was wearing a hat. I'm thinking,
Oh my
like,
God.
why was she wearing yeah, look, man.
She
So
was
yeah, I kind
wearing-
of just started from there, and then my best friend found me. Literally, she was like, "Oh, you sing really good. I'm organizing a show." Back in the day, we used to have a shisha bar called Eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
You've played there.
It's
as
F10
well.
minutes.
Yeah.
We've played there multiple
Yeah.
times. There were like a lot of open mic nights.
That
and,
used
like,
to be like this thing.
The
you know?
spot.
It was a spot.
So was that before Civil Junction or after?
That was
after.
After.
Oh,
okay.
during.
Yeah,
During. That was
during.
during.
Whoa.
That was during.
Whoa. I don't know.
And then that's pretty much how it started. Started playing. We didn't even have YouTube back then.
Yeah, pre-YouTube days.
This was like when YouTube
So how did
was
you
banned.
how did you guys get your music out? Like
Facebook.
SoundClick?
What?
SoundClick?
No. There was another one. They made a proxy
SoundCloud?
version.
SoundClick.
They made a proxy version of YouTube called YT Pakistan.
What?
No,
the
that
heck?
was
then.
that was when the ban happened.
तो उसी की तो बात करें.
Are you talking about the band?
Starting
Oh,
band,
no,
okay.
Pre-band,
Sound.
I think-
So we had
Okay, never mind. I went way back.
Facebook, right? Facebook,
Vice-
for the-
Facebook.
Facebook.
You got you got Facebook.
Facebook and YouTube, yeah. And even Daily Motion was like a thing back then.
Oh,
You know,
really? You
was
used to
to-
upload
yeah,
on
you
that.
know,
That's
people
weird.
were-
true.
Isn't that place
Like,
with,
imagine, like,
dark web videos and shit only or something? I don't know.
Now it is.
Now it is.
Daily Motion?
And like monkeys
Yeah.
eating bananas. I don't know. They got weird shit on there. But that's cool. So that's how you got. Are you trained or are you self-trained?
Self-trained.
Nice, cool. Do you
But like the definition of self-trained could be anything.
training meaning like have you like did you
No,
have
I didn't have an ustad.
ustad or like at this point now I think you can probably read sheet music
I used to.
used to right
when
but,
I was a kid.
but you taught yourself how to do that.
No,
you
no,
didn't,
no.
oh
That-
you did
that
learn that.
I actually had a piano teacher.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, Miracle
Her name was Mrs. Cosme. And
Mrs.
she used
Cosme,
to...
shout out to you. Is she
I don't
around?
think so. It's been a
Mrs.
while.
Cosme.
Shout out to your family.
Shout out to your family, Miss Cosme.
So she taught me how to read sheet music.
Nice.
And then मैं भूल गई because
मुश्किल है.
it's so fucking
practice करनी होती है,
complicated.
otherwise
It's like
you know.
language. Sheet music is
Yeah.
like whole language. Yeah. I used to know how to play read percussive sheet music.
Oh, nice.
But then I forgot that too. It's like 1E and a 2E and a
like the
you know
whole
the
entire,
rolls
like,
and
yeah.
staccato. Yeah.
We
That's
need
cool.
that.
That's cool. Nice. And now you're basically so you had your stint in Islamabad. You did Nescafe Basement. I remember that.
Yeah, that
was
happened.
huge.
Yeah.
And then now you're in Karachi.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, there were a lot happened.
in between, of course, but like
You
the milestones that you can like. There was Nescafe Basement, and then what else after?
My
that?
most recent milestone was performing at Expo last year.
That's cool.
This time last year. That was pretty cool, actually. I was taken by surprise because same best friend who found me
From the okay.
from the park.
Oh, nice.
Expo
She-
where was
Dubai?
the Expo? Dubai.
Dubai.
Oh,
Do you remember
where-
this? I told you about this.
I know. I'm just
Nice.
तो सबको पता है एक्सपो
और
क्या है
no, no,
उसामा
no.
तुम
This
सब
sound
तुम
the
नहीं हो।
audience.
इस साल सिर्फ
I
एक
know.
ही-
सब-
know
सब-
everything.
सब crappy चीजें नहीं देखते सिर्फ तुम देखते
I
हो।
know everything. I know everything.
But yeah,
Oh,
that was
How's
a
that
good
ex- that
that was a
expo, yeah.
good that was a good milestone.
Nice. Was it in like the one of the because they had different countries, right? Next one.
Yeah.
Pakistan.
So
Oh,
I
the
came for
Pakistan thing.
Pakistan Pavilion.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it took me by surprise because that was actually my first gig since COVID, 2 years.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
So to have that,
yeah.
was-
Suddenly,
it was
nice.
pretty cool. And it was so random, so fast, and it was fun. It was nice.
What was your first ever gig?
First ever?
First ever.
ever?
Ever.
Like, but what are we talking? Like,
As a professional artist.
And did you get paid for it?
Hey, good question. Good
Mm.
you know,
I was gonna
funnily
ask you.
enough, I didn't get paid until I was performing for at least 3 years.
Whoa.
Because we've had this debate on the podcast before also.
Uh,
Miracle or Sami se baat karte that if you get this opportunity to perform with like, a big name, would you do it for free?
No.
And Abhi, at
Not
this
anymore.
point, not at this point when
Back
you first
then, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
no, like when you're starting
when you
off,
first
yeah.
starting off.
Because you're like opening acts, right?
Right.
And honestly, at the time, I didn't really need to make money out of it because I was also 15.
Hmm.
And I was just doing it for fun. I wasn't even thinking of making a
Sama's
career
still
out of it.
15.
Osama is 14. 10 mentally.
Acha, South
Nine.
Africa maar rahe hain.
अच्छा, अपनी नहीं है।
Nine.
Not even double digits.
But speaking on gigs, I want to talk about something because I obviously we all follow your Instagram, and oftentimes I see you. There's a lot of anger towards management and how they handle
Yeah.
this, and there is visibly a dearth of female artists in both concerts and award shows. I think
Right.
these days there's a lot of dialogue going on about Lux Style Award and everything. So your views on that? What and
I was actually one of the first girls along with, because we have a group on WhatsApp. It's called Women in Music.
oh really? Oh nice.
And it's
Nice.
pretty much every single musician, singer, anything.
Oh, nice.
In
We need-
music.
why don't we have
we
like
have
a
like people
men-
from Tina Sani because we don't need
we don't
one
need
for
it.
men.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But we don't work together anyway. We hate each other. Yeah.
But we don't work together either. It's just
okay.
like it's like an
Union
establishment
sort
of a community to know how many, and it's not just like people who are known or whatever. It's everyone.
Everyone.
Just whoever wants to sing, whoever wants to, pursue it or be part of it.
Yeah.
You send them the link.
That's
they
cool.
join, and it's cool because like it's you're supporting one another. So when the news came out, and it was actually a friend of mine, Rotaba. She posted something on her Instagram, and there was a link where they had released the nominations.
And there was not a single female
like
artist. That's
I
wild.
was stunned.
That's insane.
For Lux?
For Lux, the Lux Style Awards.
Wow.
और उसका title लिखा हुआ था Lux Style Awards nominees, categories, blah blah blah, and you just scroll down and like Young Stunners had like 7 songs
Jeez.
over there, and then like
Don't they have like a best female artist category itself or no?
वही था नहीं वो भी नहीं था.
But
So
isn't that like
category-
mandatory? That's like a
I agree with
basic
you.
thing.
So-
That's so weird.
नहीं था.
So was this for
And so then we were-
songs or like the artist?
मतलब म्यूजिक की कैटेगरी थी
Hmm.
और म्यूजिक की कैटेगरी के नीचे सिर्फ बॉयज थे.
Well, not even.
Wow.
They didn't even nominate a song sung by a female.
Like a certain song.
Nothing.
That's insane.
Wow.
And it was a bit messed up, and I saw her post that, and then I went to the group, and everyone was just
Livid.
fired up,
Naturally, yeah.
and I was like, we gotta do something about this, and then we just blasted everyone.
Nice.
And it was really ironic because for a brand that need women to sell their
It's
product,
fucking Lux.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
like what the fuck?
Zara-
I do use some Lux, but hey,
Hey,
yeah.
No,
I
but
use-
like really, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's insane.
Yeah.
And that was the breaking point. And then bus sure hui internet pe, and all of a sudden then Lux like releases a statement saying
Oh, they did that in that. See it.
oh, this was just submissions. I'm
That's
like, then
these weren't
mention it.
These weren't official nominations.
But also I didn't hear about it. Did you hear about it?
What?
They do announce submissions every year.
But I didn't hear about it.
Every year.
They didn't really
they
do
announce it.
anything.
I don't
Every
know.
year they put
I
out
don't know how it
a
works.
video. Now you can submit your stuff now, but to,
इस साल नहीं
to,
था.
to counter that, no, it's every year. It's there every year. It's to
तुमने
counter
भेजा
that.
अपना?
I've done it before in the past,
So
but then I haven't lately.
I've been nominated a few times back in the day, but I
Yeah.
never submitted anything.
That's what I was about to get to.
Yeah.
So they go
साल jury
on.
भी नहीं
They
है.
go on numbers. They strictly go on numbers. That's at least from what I've seen.
That's
Now,
नहीं
fucked
तो
up.
then
if
explain
your
something to
song
me.
is popping, if
ठीक है.
your stuff is popping, your
But you
content
can't
is
tell me
popping,
that
Misha
no-
Shafi का
Yeah.
mango chutney sauce इतना popping था.
that was
वो-
there.
वो
That was
नहीं-
there. I saw it.
It
was-
wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it.
It was a submission or a nomination? What?
No, it was because the nominations are very weird too. They had literally like 25 songs nominated for one, and they listed them all, and it was multiple were like like they had Young Stunners, they had Hassan I think in there. It's mostly these guys, but from what I know and from what I got to know, it's they're mostly going on like clout basis.
Well, I
Purely
mean,
clout
I
basis.
get it, but there are women artists with a lot of clout.
Honestly,
That's
this
yeah.
award shows they don't.
Yeah, but it's fucked up that they're not, and I think it's bad to lose belief or interest in them because they
Yeah.
at the end of the day are the standard of metric that
Yeah.
people judge who's popping and who's not buying. If they're
Yeah.
fucking up like this, then they're
Yeah.
fucking up the perception of
I mean, Aruj
The music
Aftab
industry.
won a Grammy.
Hmm.
वो भी नहीं थी.
that's wild. I mean, Grammy, dude.
But also,
But to be fair, yeah,
Has she
so
made it?
that is the only reason why because she had won a Grammy, we're like, fuck it, we don't need a
We don't need that
style
yeah,
award, any style
That's true.
award.
that right now we don't have a full, I think like we don't have a full grasp on what an award show should be like.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do it music, do a purely music award show.
Exactly.
You know, like you have your VMAs.
We should.
I want an
Why
EBS.
don't we
No, no,
have
no,
one
we don't
like
either
that?
have
You don't have
Rock
dedicated
Award
music show?
style. No.
We should.
I thought
Nothing.
didn't we once upon a time, or we never? We
I
never
don't
had
think
one.
we
I don't
ever
think
did.
so,
No, we never
Never
had
did.
I know.
music awards. No,
That's wild because
Not a
I think
music-
music
Shut
is a
up.
more booming industry than actually. the
Shurukar,
acting.
nothing
Yeah.
happens in music awards. Nothing happens in music awards.
You would have like so many musicians from all these times. ये आपके कभी नहीं हुए. But award shows तो हैं. Even I noticed that in the listenership as well. Like the female music listenership is less than all the rest. So why do you think that is?
I don't think the listenership is because honestly, you can't tell. I can only look at my listeners from my Spotify, so you can't really tell like, oh, everyone's listening to this person more than this person. There's no such thing. However, there's so many dudes who've like taken over
Spotify.
music,
Or music, okay, yeah, yeah.
generally, and they're like they collaborate with each other. They throw out
That's
the same
true.
songs. All of their songs sound the same because they've like they threw out 3 songs, and then everyone was like, wow, oh my god, and then they stuck to it. So then when someone female, for example, when they come out and they want to like, you know, sort of bring something new, तो वो नई vibe आता, वो नहीं होता. So I don't think, I mean, I don't know if we have, or if there's a ratio to like compare between listeners for men and like women, but there is most definitely a decline in getting females to perform. And I remember I had a rant about that on my Instagram where I'm like, what is the problem?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
We have so many.
Because it's not like female artists don't
and even
book tickets or
renowned.
sell it. I mean, they do.
I basically I lost my shit and I took it. I normally try to keep my Instagram like a positive, safe space, whatever. But this time I was just really out of it. I was like, this is not okay.
Just fuck it. Let's have
Because
let
there
them
were
have it.
so many concerts happening, and I think I even asked him. I was like, तुम्हारे concert पे कोई लड़की क्यों नहीं perform करी?
That's
There
true.
was, by the way. She
तो
just wasn't
दिखाया
advertised.
क्यों नहीं?
Nah,
तो
she
वही
wasn't
ना,
advertised.
point ये
They
है
should
कि
be, yeah.
advertise क्यों नहीं
Right.
हुआ?
Because
So
go on.
So then I took matters into my own hands, and I was and my friend Nimra Rafiq, she and I wrote to her, and I'm like, listen, it's so easy to throw a gig in Karachi. We need a venue. It is. I mean, when you know, because like in the community over there, everybody knows everybody. And a friend of mine, he runs a venue for like, you know, stand-up comedy, for plays, for gigs, and this and that. He has multiple events over there. So I just called him up and I was like, can we throw a gig? All female lineup. We'll keep it to a minimal. We'll charge like 1,000 rupees at the gate, and we'll give the money to charity because it was like the flood time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I was like, this is a great time. And then this is also just something that we can do often and give this platform to different other singers.
Yeah.
And we did that, and we sold out. We sold out at the gate.
Nice.
We had no pre-sales, nothing. It was just word of mouth and a bunch of random posts on Instagram, and we sold out.
I think that's a
We
one
had
thing
to
about
cap it.
one thing about Karachi is that people
They're
like activities.
supportive, yeah.
They want to go out and support and do these things in
Because
Islamabad. I
apart
don't
from
think
like food, you don't really have anything there.
nothing else. Yeah, and
Nothing
यहाँ तो
happens
food भी
here.
नहीं है. यहाँ तो food भी नहीं मिलता.
यहाँ तो
अच्छा.
food
Food
Yeah.
video entertainment.
What do you guys do here? Well, I know what you
This-
do.
Yeah, we do
We
this,
just go to
or I'm
brew.
usually sitting over there by my computer, exploring the world,
Or we just go to brew.
or we go to brew. We'll probably go there later.
We just go to
I
brew.
just sit there and wait for people to come up to us. Hey, I like your podcast. But yeah, okay, so that's cool. That's what were we just talking about?
Female, women,
No, specifically
musicians.
The gigs.
Nah,
So
I mean,
Okay.
He was saying
Oh, he had a
something.
rebuttal. You had a
Yeah,
rebuttal,
You had a
right?
justification.
Not a-
Justification.
No, not a
आज सामा सही वो
justification.
promoters नहीं होते promoters
हाँ,
मैं आपको
मैं
बताता
आपको
हूँ
बताता हूँ
था।
कैसा होता है बताएं क्यों नहीं प्रमोट हुई क्योंकि वो एंड में
I
आई
ain't trying
थी
to tell you nothing. This is my personal take on it. Look, at the end of the day, if I'm a businessman, I'm gonna look at what makes me the most profit, right? So I can't blame these businesses and brands because even I fall in that. Oh, I'm not getting my shows. But here's the thing.
But for a different reason.
Right, but because my content's not popping. Like that's if,
Yeah,
if
but that's
my
on- that's
songs
on
are,
you,
so I
right?
can't. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
on
That's
you.
on me. That's personally
Being a
on
woman
me.
isn't on the woman.
No,
It's,
no, no. I understand that, but so let's not keep it a gender thing. Why is it got to be a gender thing?
The businessmen are
why
making
not?
it
Why-
a gender thing.
yeah
But you're not
Let
getting
him-
what I'm
let him
saying.
finish.
You're not
Let
getting
him
what I'm
finish,
saying. I'm saying if your content is, I don't think it matters if you're a guy or girl. There have been women like who've like popped off like in music, film, whatever, and they've gotten.
No,
the
but it's easier to
recognition
pop
that
out. Film and drama is more geared towards having female actresses in especially drama.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
drama industry is a female.
Yeah,
female.
yeah.
I
No,
mean-
like with music. No, with music. You know, personally, like if I'm not getting shows, then I have to sort of step back and reconfigure. What am I doing wrong that these guys aren't getting me? Because I
Yeah.
can't sell tickets, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So when you asked me about the why aren't the females? Because there was a whole open air lineup they didn't even advertise. They didn't even add. There was like at least 9 or 10 guys and girls included, both. But at the end of the day, because they want to sell tickets, they want to make money. So I mean, you know,
तो
they're gonna
करो,
put the
बेचो.
faces on there. Yeah.
But
No, but
my
here, see,
question-
in this case, they had a show, they sold out. So
They did, yeah,
they-
and that
they
speaks a lot about
canceled
their fan base.
tickets, yeah, you
that
know?
means they have that
And
loyal.
there's also an
dedicated
argument to
fan
say
base.
that of course, there are female artists who have the selling power that
Yeah.
putting Asim Azhar on the
Yeah.
poster would have. You know
Yeah,
that, but
There
it's
are,
just
there
why
definitely are,
aren't they being,
And the same
Yeah.
quality
I
of
mean-
music as well, you know, like in comparison.
Yeah.
Because if you look at some of the biggest artists in the world right now, some like majority of them are female. Billie Eilish, she's like the
Black
biggest
Star.
active.
Pakistan की बात
I
करना
don't know,
bro
I'm just talking about
like
overall.
what's the
Just
last
talking
show
about
that you know that a girl headlined the show in Pakistan
I can't think of one.
exactly
Because I personally don't attend shows, and if I do,
Oh,
No,
you're
but
so cool.
अगर-
He personally doesn't attention.
I don't go to my colleagues' shows.
OCL. I don't go to shows.
First of all, I don't talk like that, but I have to be performing. Otherwise, I don't like to attend shows.
That's pretty shitty though. As a musical artist, like why wouldn't you
Shouldn't
go
you
to?
support
I go to
I'll
everyone's
go
shows.
support my friends. Of course, I'll support my
मेरे
friends.
शो पे तो कोई नहीं आया.
तुम्हारा इधर का वो है, इधर का वो है जो मैं नहीं आया है.
नहीं आया.
अच्छा लगे
यहाँ हुआ है नहीं.
मेरे शो पे तो पर हेड लव देखने गया था ये.
हाँ, see?
और मेरा ड्रामा भी इसने करवा के देखा
जो तो
था.
करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ.
क्योंकि उसको पता था कि when he goes there.
He's gonna be seen and see. He's already. You were in Karachi
It
those
was
days,
a
right?
dark theater. Who the hell's gonna see me?
तुझे
तो
पता है
बाहर अंदर-
सब थे वहाँ.
No. But to be fair, when have you had a show here that I've?
I haven't had a show here in a while
There you
because
go,
I
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
taking shows here.
Who's the only
Why?
girl I've worked with in all these
Haan, jo
years?
baat- say it, say it.
Yes, I've got no option.
So it's like I've been like
I know.
I
Since we
probably
were kids,
toot your
yes.
horn like harder than you probably toot your own horn in regards
That's
to music
true.
alone.
You're tooting
That's true.
you're tooting
Stop
all the
tooting
horns, bro.
horns.
I'm tooting all the
You're
horns.
just a horn tutor.
I'm tooting all the horns.
He's a
No
horn
homo,
tutor.
no homo.
But I think our first track was the three of us at
Yeah,
your
exactly.
little home
Oh, really?
studio in
Yeah, yeah.
at your place,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
12 years ago.
I heard her voice.
What was that?
I'm
I'm
like,
zoning.
It was
Zoning was the
Is that
first
like
one, yeah.
That was
I'm
zoning,
zoning?
right?
The first
I'm
one.
zoning.
No.
I'm zoning.
That's Roland.
Oh, I'm rolling. That's what that is.
Zoning was
was
she singing it.
Oh, okay.
She took it.
I'm zoning. Okay, nice. I get it.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
like,
forgot how that song goes. Actually, sorry.
I just
you
know
know,
the hook,
and
yeah.
it pisses me off because I'm like, dude, she's a powerhouse. So like, why isn't she not getting that spotlight that she deserves? So at least, like, I see her point of view, but then again, like, just my again personal take, I always step back and I for myself. I'm like, yo, if I'm not getting a certain spotlight or the recognition, then I think I need to like reconfigure my shit and like probably
So-
like, do it
But you
better.
know, honestly, like during COVID, I kind of cracked it. I was like, okay, what do I need to do to maintain both music and still be relevant? And I did a whole crash course on YouTube on how to be an influencer.
Okay.
I learned how to edit videos. I learned what kind of content, what editing ways. Like, like there's a category or there's a genre of YouTube videos that a lot of the Gen Z kids follow.
Yeah.
And the editing style of it, everything's like fast. So yeah, everything's just like boom, boom, boom.
Fucking pointless. Yeah.
And I spent,
blurry
I
pictures.
fucking hate it so much. Yeah.
but it works.
It works.
It works.
But
I mean,
see,
I
my-
had to.
My problem with the fact that it works is that there aren't enough people who are doing the opposite end of it so that they can battle the fact that it works because it shouldn't work. People need to stop consuming content like that
I
because it's
agree.
ruining attention span. It's ruining what art actually is, what literature and art is. It's fucking up a lot of shit
Yeah.
in terms of intelligent content. But I get it. People
Yeah.
want that's what people want now.
I think it's the best way to establish yourself by doing whatever everyone else is kind of doing, and then
Just go with the
introduce your
flow.
own.
Yeah.
And once you have the attention
what
on
do
it, then you do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So I have a question. So
God.
do you
Shit.
upload your content on like YouTube and stuff, like all your music?
I used to.
Okay.
So like if I have a video with the song, I'll put it up. I stopped caring about YouTube because I was like, this is too much effort for me. And and it got a bit too difficult because I moved out of my parents' house, my family house,
Yeah.
moved to Karachi, had no money, and like was crashing at people's couches. And then I had to start basically from scratch. It's like when you move to a different country, you start from scratch. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows why you're here. What are your intentions? And if there's one thing I learned in Karachi, it's like every man or woman for themselves.
yeah.
And like that's it. No one's going to help you. No
Right.
one's gonna show you the ropes. Everyone's just gonna be like, "Hi, welcome, blah blah blah. Party करनी है, आ जाओ."
आ जाओ,
नहीं
काम-
आना,
हाँ।
कोई बात नहीं। हाँ,
और पार्टी कर ली कोई बात नहीं फिर भी कल
Sorry.
काम करना है.
हाँ, फिर भी
काम
काम करना है, and then like so you're on your own there. So because I was so caught up with that, I was like, I don't have time for this. I
To
don't
YouTube.
think
Yeah, YouTube's
that
a
I
full-time
can-
thing. Yeah.
Plus, I think it's really hard to get traction on YouTube now, like in terms of like views and stuff.
yeah.
Especially now.
We know.
Especially now.
And with
we're
ये मैंने शिखरी को पहले बताया था when we were starting the podcast. She कहते, oh, हमारे पहले episode पे 4-5 लाख views आएंगे. I was like, bro, तेरा
No, I
दिमाग
said
खराब
beast,
है.
beast episode that we'll be at like a good 20, 30K.
20 episode तक हमारे 5,000 आ जाए तो बड़ी बात है.
And then we've hit 20K, which is awesome.
No, we haven't.
Shazad
Yeah,
Shah.
yeah,
Oh, we have? Hey, Shazzy फिर से आ जाओ.
Yo, 200,000 total views on YouTube on Nothing Happens Here.
If you-
That's pretty
10,000
cool.
TikTok followers,
you're-
5,000 YouTube subs, 4,000 Instagram followers. No, we
5 people
we
on
balling.
fucking MySpace.
MySpace. Oh my god.
Does MySpace even exist?
I don't think so.
I wish
I
it
don't
did,
think
Is
so.
there? I think
Yo,
MySpace
the
is
world
there.
should
It's
have
something
Really?
The internet
new
should have
now.
stopped interneting at MySpace. It should have just stopped there. It should have just not progressed.
No, it should have
into where it is
stopped
now.
at like
Zanga.
Or,
Man, shut up.
I think before these things showed up, it should have stopped. Before there was a way for people to put their opinions online, it should have stopped. It should have just done, and the internet finished.
MySpace was tough though. You had that top friends list.
Yeah.
So
you
yeah,
guys would know. You would know.
Did you actually?
You know, you had that top friends, and it was a fight. It's like, oh, I'm not in your top friends.
I didn't
bro.
have friends like that. At that
You
time.
didn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a
But
thing.
yeah.
It was a thing in America.
But no, I think the internet should have stopped at when you wanted to talk to someone, you'd sign on to MSN Messenger or AOL. And you tell them what you want to say. You wouldn't just boom, post, done. Fucking here's for the world.
Go on,
And
yell
we-
jab it.
we still live in a social media world where only one platform has a dislike button. Remember, imagine the day Instagram and
Which
TikTok
one was
and
that?
YouTube has a dislike button.
Oh yeah, true.
Even
They
now
got-
they've
even-
hidden the dislikes.
They've
hidden
turned it off.
Oh, they have?
So imagine the
dislike
day it
counter.
shows up on Instagram or it shows up on TikTok and all that. Oh, it's
But
gonna.
then people are gonna be chasing the dislikes. They'll start making content just to get
vat of
dislikes.
toxicity is
No, but isn't the content that's like disliked वो थोड़ा algorithm के against जा रहा होता है, it won't really
It won't really.
show up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Instagram would introduce.
Well, hey,
dislike
you're,
buttons.
you're talking to the guy who thinks we're gonna fly in 10 years. So you
Sama.
gotta be careful here.
Hey.
Huh.
Did I show you something?
No, what?
50. I said
Yesterday?
50.
Can you show us
I
something?
don't
Oh,
think
so
I
in,
have.
in 50
I
years.
said
we can
50
fly.
years.
Now back to the.
okay.
Okay, you go. Yeah.
And
go
I was
ahead.
going to correct this. All right, it was Stephen King,
Yeah.
not Hawking.
Sabko
It was,
pata hai, Osama.
it was a jumble up.
We already
And-
corrected
and
you.
I'm going to
What
correct this guy. Okay, Scottie Pippen was not in Space
Yeah, yeah.
Jam.
Charles
All
Barkley was.
Charles
My bad.
Barkley was.
Charles
and-
Barkley was.
And a whole bunch of other
And I
players.
was wrong, but it's
This guy's just wrong about everything, bro.
Title, I'm sorry.
Hey, look, we're gonna, all right, back to Maria.
Yeah.
So speaking on, we were talking about collaborations and all. You and him did a collaboration, right?
Oh,
We've done a bunch.
Done a bunch. Oh yeah. What are
But
those?
honestly, the recent one was my favorite one.
Options?
that's my
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
favorite song. Yeah, that's gonna get a
Sing it,
fucking
Miru.
Grammy.
Take it away, Miru.
Sama got no options. Sama got no options. No.
That's all you sing, huh? Just
that-
line?
That's the only one I know. Only line that I know.
That song is popularized during while we game. So whenever he kills him or like something happens, it's just
Shingo got no options.
That's
So,
really funny.
Miru
Yeah,
loves the song.
we did a track last year.
How is it working with this beast?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
be honest.
honestly, like
Yeah.
because I've known him for so long,
There's
Yeah.
that
like,
comfort level. Yeah.
It's
There's a
yeah,
comfort level. Yeah.
it's-
Like if
it's-
he shows up an hour late to the podcast, then it's whatever.
So I mean, luckily,
For the shoot, yeah.
because I was there, so I record my vocals there, and then I sent it him. But Osama and I we would just talk a lot every day, and just be catching
God.
up. And
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
How do you talk to so much? He calls me sometimes. He calls me sometimes.
we
with
would be
random
on the
shit.
phone for like hours. Just
It was a tough time.
it was a phase. We were.
It was
yeah,
a
tough
tough time.
time
No, for me. I mean,
it was a
she
tough time
was
for
being a
It
good
was during
friend.
that shadi practice dance practice days for our friend.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was
later
like-
than that. It was later than that.
Oh,
It
I thought you healed after that.
I mean, it was. I'm a
God.
quick healer. You know, I like
Sure
to
you
rip the,
are.
I like to rip the Band-Aid off real quick.
and let the wound just bleep.
Yeah. And if it is, I'm just gonna drag it along. No, but for me, it was she was there as a good friend and listened to a lot of my bullshit.
And so he had all these,
So yeah, the creativity, was
Feelings.
just flowing.
Emotions.
Yeah, it was flowing.
and I was like, "Yo, let's just fucking put it in."
Whose
a song.
idea was that song? Like the spark of the.
I gave him all
you
creative
gave this
freedom.
Oh, okay. You came up with the spark, the initial spark.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, "This is your
Oh.
song. I'll do
Nice.
the girl part,
yeah.
Nice.
but you do." it."
I told her, I was like, yo,
yeah,
yo,
he
yo.
wanted me to.
Yeah, I was like, yo, all right, I'm gonna leave your part, and then I sent her a voice note with her parts blank, and I
Okay,
was like,
okay,
and then,
okay.
but I was just mumbling and sending, but
You
I
have
was
the
just,
men-
I was
You
so
had made
hyped up.
Melodies, right? Yeah,
हाँ,
you had the
melodies
main
बनी
melodies
हुई
set
थी।
up.
लेकिन यार पता है, I was like, Osama, this is your track.
Yeah.
This is clearly coming from you. I'll
Yeah.
do the girl part, but
Because she was representing a certain person in that point in time.
Yeah.
She wasn't necessarily coming on.
Your
as
feminine
Maria.
side.
Huh?
Your feminine side.
His alter ego. Boy, I got my.
yes, his feminine side.
Sami was like, boy, I got my own needs.
I laughed so hard when I saw that. I was like, oh my fucking god, why'd I give him all liberty to fucking write this song? Shit.
Yeah, it's almost
But then I added my little twist, and it was fun. It was nice.
Yeah. She sang the shit out that shit.
I love that
Yeah,
song.
that's like a great song.
Yeah. I remember I
was one take.
played it for him. I was like, Mirko.
Yes,
She did it.
I was like blown. Oh, shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I can't hit those notes and go,
You
do
can't
all
even hit a
that.
fraction of those notes.
Era
Can't hit those notes like hit a C minor right now, bro.
तो hit कर लेता है, एक दो
अच्छा
Yeah.
And then you're like,
कुछ सुनाया सुना
Again, he needs
एक
some
दफा
like
इसने-
music behind.
एक दफा इसने कुछ किया record and I was like, wait, is that me? Because वो
Even he
इतना
got
वो
shocked.
intro-
Yeah, yeah.
इसको देखो ना, is that me, man?
नहीं, the vocal tone match, the vocal tone
Oh,
match.
nice.
He
Is
sounds like
that-
me when he sings.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you sing.
He has a song out.
I have songs. I have
He's got a
music.
song on YouTube.
What?
Weird.
He's got music on YouTube.
And she's और
As
सबसे पुराना
miracle,
जानती
not
है
Shaheer.
शहीर को
हाँ,
सबसे
sorry,
पुराना
Shaheer.
जानती है
मैं आपको सबसे
Please
पुराना
मेरा-
जानती हूँ.
Yeah.
No, but he has like you have 3-4 songs
Oh.
I
out.
have 3 songs. I have 3 songs
कब,
of my own.
release
बाकी फिर
किया?
collaborations हैं.
कब
किसके
release किया
साथ?
आपने?
2020 में किए
Oh.
3, then 1 in 2021.
और फिर सो गया.
नहीं, 2 in 2021.
हाँ.
और फिर एक अभी recently हाशिम के साथ हुआ.
Oh.
क्या बात
Those are the
है?
ones
Oh,
when which are
What's that called?
Hashim
वो जो
Hashim
बैठा हुआ है तुशलार में
Nawaz.
बैठा हुआ है.
हाँ,
He's-
yeah. That's the one where I'm not singing. I'm coming in as a producer artist. लेकिन वो जो शुरू के 3 हैं, and the 4th one we did with the Abdur, उसमें तुम भी थे.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
मैंने
the
अब
one where
सुनना है,
I'm
अब मैं
singing now.
सुनूंगी.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
He's like the Amir Khan of music. Like हर 2 साल बाद 4 साल बाद एक गाना.
Amir Khan कौन?
Nice.
Amplifier.
No,
नहीं, the
actor bro.
It's Imran Khan. Sorry, that's Imran Khan.
Is
it Imran Khan?
तुम
that-
इतने
that is
offend
Imran
क्यों
Khan.
हुए हो सामा इस बात से?
I'm not offended. I'm just.
नहीं वो
You look really offended.
Pop culture is where his knowledge exceeds.
Desi
General
pop
general
culture.
knowledge and educational knowledge.
Ew, no,
He's-
all pop culture. Come on. Come on.
No, don't.
नहीं मैं नहीं.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, I don't got a time.
Sit your ass down.
I am sitting my ass down.
Yeah.
Further down.
Pop culture.
I have a
हाँ,
question.
बताएं,
इसने जिस
पूछें.
तरह एक melody भेजी है, you know, like he
हाँ.
told you ये चीज़ है. Do you have a certain preference? Like
method?
gave me like, you know, room to play with it, or if someone's like giving you like an instruction, ठीक है ये melody हो ये चीज़ हो, and you just have to fit something there, or do you want that creative
I mean,
freedom?
I really-
or are
I
you
mean-
open to it?
I don't really have a preference. For me, it's like I choose to work as to a certain extent where I'm comfortable, and then also if I'm collaborating with someone new, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've known him for a long time, I, you know, trust him enough to be like, all right, whatever you think fits right here, I'll do that. But if it's someone new that I'm working with, I would just be like, okay, how do you like to do it? You know? And then I
Makes sense,
kind of
yeah.
mirror off of that.
What's your dream
But I don't
collab?
really have my dream
Oh,
collab.
what's your
Yeah.
dream
I can
collab?
answer that.
Billie Eilish.
No.
No,
No?
no. Haley.
Yeah.
Oh, Haley.
Oh.
Haley, what's her?
Haley-
Paramore.
Paramore.
Haley Williams.
Haley
Steinfeld?
Williams.
Haley Williams? Huh.
All right.
ताली मार फिर से. Chilla.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ha!
All right.
Like a clap.
You had a question for Maria.
Yeah, so we're talking about dream. Good, Maria. So,
Maria.
what's your dream collaboration?
Paramore for sure, but I don't know if I was thinking about Pakistan.
Pakistan mein, haan.
I would like to work with young stunners if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
good. They're good.
And I think I did write to Talanjim. I was like, you guys keep using samples from, like, you know, pre-recorded samples. We could do exactly that, but live. But you know, they're too cool.
Sama, why don't you get in touch with Maria?
मैं कर लिया ना इसके साथ.
इसके साथ नहीं.
No,
सुन
yeah, he
ले ना,
knows
सुन
young
ले वो बोल
stunners.
क्या रहा है.
Young stunners को जानते हैं ना, तो वो, as a friend, you should just connect them.
Ah,
man.
why not? No, if you have if you have an, I'll connect you guys.
We have the same management, so we're fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Osama,
Why the fuck you asking me?
this
I didn't
guy,
ask you.
this guy,
Then why haven't you worked together?
this guy can't connect you with shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think timing. And also, I personally didn't push it much.
So
But yeah, it's tough to collaborate with people here, if I'm being honest
with
you.
hip
It
hop,
is, yeah, in all industries.
From what I've learned with collaboration, and I've worked outside of hip hop as well, you gotta just complete your shit
And then give
send
it.
them, send them a file. ये है, ये खाली करना
See,
है.
but then that's not fun.
Is it
That's
because
not a
of
collaboration.
That's
That's
not
just
fun.
yeah.
Is it because of numbers also? Like they want to work with someone who's just as big, or if not?
Well, there are certain groups of people who do that. Like
Okay.
they don't want to. They're like, "Nahi yaar, bro, clout."
Hmm.
But I feel like a lot of the times people don't know how to use clout. I think
Okay.
it's very. It's not. I mean, I would love to perform. I mean, I would love to do a song with Misha Shafi.
Okay.
She's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to work with people who have a sense of music and have like the ethic of how to do it,
Yeah.
not like what you were just saying.
How
where-
you do it.
No, that's how it's done. It's how it's done, and it's
That's how
true.
it's
It's
done.
like everyone's lazy.
Yeah, and the
If
spirit
that's
of
the right word.
no one has a spirit of collaboration. Very
It's
little.
called a
spirit of-
platter. You just give them a platter. You're like, here, all right, here's the platter. Fill it, just and then just take it.
Just take it.
Take
Uh-huh.
it.
Just take it.
And do what you want with it.
Eat it. Hopefully.
Eat it.
चलो एंड्रू शूल्स प्लेटर मौजूद है आजा शूल्स
Sure. Hey.
वो डायरेक्टर की बात टेंशन ना
तू करेगा? मीम
don't.
भेजेगा
मैं
उसको?
नहीं करूंगा मैं नहीं करूंगा Our fucking cousin's gonna do it.
we have the same management don't worry about it
No,
So, Shahir, are you always shy?
I'm always shy. Yeah.
Why?
I don't think he's
No,
shy.
I'm
At
not
this,
shy.
here's my theory. I don't think he's shy.
I feel like he's opened up
I think he's just
enough.
spiteful. I think he just stays quiet. He's like, fuck these guys. Fuck them. I'm gonna stay quiet.
No, but why?
No,
Give
like
me
see,
why.
there's a conversation happening, and I feel like where I can, where I do have questions, I just come
You
and
ask them?
Yeah, and I ask them,
Oh,
and
sure.
they're like most of the times I want to ask a question, but
Okay,
then
but what about
someone
your-
asks,
Do
and
they
I'm
not
like,
allow
okay.
you, like, let you speak?
No,
Do they, like,
that's not-
What about
race
so
you to it?
there's questions and then there's opinions. Where are
No.
they?
Where are they?
Where are your opinions?
No, when we ask, when we're talking,
Mirko
about
got
stuff,
no
you know.
opinion.
No.
Remix.
Sharing those opinions.
He's just
you know.
shy.
boy I got my own
yeah.
opinion
He's shy. Like I'm an introvert, but Miracle's just like he's like whatever comes past introverted. Like I think like
Extreme intro.
Intro.
hey man leave
introspective. I don't know.
leave Shahid alone fuck you
Did
it's okay Rickle you don't want to talk
he talk? Was he
To be
talk?
fair, he was always like this.
I was gonna ask you, was he like
To
this
be
in
fair,
school?
he was
Actually,
always
I
like,
used
even
to
in
be
school.
like really quiet. If
You
remember,
used to be
know? Yeah.
even more. Yes.
You had like
absolutely.
super creep vibes in school. Like
No,
that's
I
not-
mean he had
oh.
friends and stuff.
I was like, I
Isn't
would
that-
be
that's
talking like
the-
this
Who would you
and
hang
then
out with?
School
in school?
shooter
I don't
vibes.
even
Yeah,
remember.
we had like multiple circles because some people would graduate. कोई
That's
school
right,
छोड़ के
that's
जा रहा है,
right.
So it was like a really
Yeah,
random
you were a
thing.
lot more quiet in school. I remember. I was quiet in school
In your
too.
school, did the teachers ever call upon you?
I was about to
read
say
the
that.
passages?
Oh yeah. Oh, that
all
was
the
That must have been like your nightmare.
I'm
Like,
oh shit.
America just didn't.
Wait,
Don't say money.
bro,
Don't say money. Don't say money. Shahid, shut up.
Wait, bro, that's a skit idea, man. Sure,
What?
we could do that. इसके लिए इसको बोलो passage read करो.
ये बातें off camera
कोई बात
इधर क्या
नहीं.
planning शुरू कर देता है?
Idea है ना एकदम से मुझे.
उनको क्यों बता रहा है?
कोई बात नहीं, कट कर दिए.
अच्छा, मैं करूँगा ना कट मेरे लिए और काम बना रहा है.
कोई बात
Right,
नहीं.
So yeah, Miracle's always been shy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
And
understand.
then he
why.
met me.
He's still shy
It
though.
was
He's
actually
still shy.
It
didn't
was
change shit.
I think about 4 or 5 years ago, बस वो एकदम से
Yeah,
change
You
आएगा.
blossomed.
Because
Yeah.
when we met, remember this interview thing that we did for my research? If you remember, like that was like a long time ago. उस time का, the
क्या
way the
हो रहा
questions
था
were.
उस life
I
में?
was doing, it was 2017.
Like what happened?
2014 BC के अंदर.
2017. Oh, 2017 is a blur for me.
That's like, उस साल
My
में.
entire
But yeah,
life is a blur.
Interesting.
उसके
उसके बाद
उसके बाद फिर things
उसके
started
बाद तुम खुल
changing
गए.
up there. हाँ.
खुल गया. अल्लाह ना करे
Opened up.
ऐसा मतलब इसको हमें
कौन
थोड़ा और
खुल गया?
खोल. Miracle
उसके बाद.
2017
उसके बाद में खुल गया.
17 के
That was
बाद.
your opening.
क्या मतलब?
You seem pretty
those
closed down
years
to me.
में.
So you were even more
just
closed
imagine.
down.
Yo, yeah.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
even more.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
तो क्या तुझे कोई अस्सलाम वालेकुम करे तो आगे से कि
नहीं.
जवाब ही नहीं देता.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, you too.
But I
बहनचोद,
think,
इसके
you
स्कूल
were you were more open with the people that obviously you were comfortable with.
हाँ तो
because-
हम क्या है?
इसको
I know.
इसको अपने अब्बे से चंडे पड़ती होंगी, इसकी अटेंडेंस ही नहीं आती होगी. Miracle is too shy to say present. Is like
By the way, yeah.
Really?
Rose, I'd be like, I'll just raise my hand, just look at my hand,
Actually?
30 दिनों में से खाली 5 दिन स्कूल गए लेकिन the entire
No,
time.
but, that was because of the stutter, because I was like,
okay.
I'd be like, shh.
Just be like,
Uh-huh.
Mark me absent. Just mark me absent.
just be like here.
Yeah. But through music, when you're expressing through music, it's a completely different thing. When
Yeah,
you're singing,
yeah,
when you're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that, that's
Yeah.
a completely thing. different
I
thing.
remember like 12-ish years ago
Mhm.
when we were recording in your studio for him.
Star deck or just
No,
No,
that was
this
mine.
was like his little
freestyle
home studio
Bedroom
in his
really,
house.
Bed deck.
makeshift
Bed deck.
setup.
It was
It
like
was
a
just a
corner.
deck. It was just a
Just a
deck.
deck.
And,
No
and
stars.
you used to film a lot too. Then you had a
Yeah,
camera and you
back
used to
then
make
I would, like,
videos.
Yeah, even
I
I didn't.
still have that video
We found that
somewhere.
about him recently. I didn't know that he was a filmmaker until
तो
we
ये
started
अपने
like
actors को-
podcasting.
He
I
used
just-
to. We did a music video for our friend Shamoon once.
Yeah.
You shot that,
yeah,
right?
Tuntuna.
we did. Tuntuna,
So
yeah.
how
Yeah,
was
we
he?
talked
How
about
was
that,
he as a
yeah.
director? He's like,
quiet as shit.
Honestly, I remember
Shay's up, say it.
Shamoon saying a lot, but then you were good. You were good.
He was quietly.
You were quietly doing.
He is a quiet
what you're
puppet master.
Yeah,
Like something's happening, you just like making it happen there. So ho raha hai to ho raha hai,
It's a miracle
uski
just
side pe ho
making
rahi hai
shit
to,
happen.
You did
Yeah.
good damage control that day too. I remember. गाड़ी रुक गई थी याद. और बहुत गर्मी भी थी.
Well, Mercedes रुक गई थी, the classic
It was
Mercedes.
really hot if you remember.
It was fucking hot,
काफी
dude.
गाड़ी के issues आए थे.
I was
everything.
dying. It was so
Yeah.
hot,
It looked
and
hot,
there was no
yeah.
water. Like we had
Why
no
was there no
pani.
one?
Yeah.
That's your
We
job,
had
bro.
no
To arrange
And
that shit.
actually, we shot that like
No budget
Here,
music.
here.
somewhere
shot
around
that here.
here.
We shot that in
Yeah,
D12.
somewhere
Yeah.
around
Oh
here.
shit!
That was when this was like a empty
It was actually
land.
E11
Oh okay.
where we
Nee,
shot.
it
जब
was
E11
the-
नया नया बन रहा था.
It was the exit turn from E11 to D12.
And मुझे इतना नहीं याद.
उधर जो आता है पीछे.
हाँ,
लेकिन खेत था सारा. Like, it was
सारा
all-
empty.
Yeah, it was very.
खेतों में ना प्यार कर ले.
Okay,
now-
that's a side you haven't seen.
ये हमारे साथ रह रहे क्यों हो गया ऐसा?
तेरे साथ रह रहे के
क्यों
अंग्रेजी
सामा भी
He
वेंचर?
still watches English content, you fucking man.
Now.
Now.
How now,
Now.
brown cow? Maria. You spoke. You said recently you've started, and honestly, like you kill the influencer thing. Like I see you do it.
Thank you.
You kill it. Your edits are on. They're on fleek. They're lit. All your stuff, all your videos and all that. But my
On
biggest
fleek,
grudge
ka
with you
bacha.
always, and we speak about this quite a lot, is why not just put out more audios? Why not just put out more songs?
It's tough because my producer doesn't live here. He lives in Australia and he is a musician himself and he's working with like multiple other musicians. We have songs ready. I think last year I did fairly better than and continued releasing, but I don't know. There's something about I'm not like a perfectionist when it comes to like audio, but I just believe in time and I'm just like, when is the right time? Personally, I feel like winter time's the right time. The most songs I've ever released one after the other has always been winter time.
Really?
But I know what your grudge is. You've always wanted me to be a fucking pop star.
No, not just that. No,
Always.
But beyond that,
now-
isn't it important to be like quality over quantity?
No, but here's the thing though. But with the way like how content is just produced so fast now, especially music, you gotta like put a song out, doesn't work, fine, move on. Next one, put it out, move
So-
on. It's
Yeah,
the Russ model.
But,
No.
but
So-
I get it, yeah,
In my
you-
defense, I you have to also understand that, like what I was saying earlier, there's so many things I have to look after.
That-
I have to pay rent.
Right,
I have
right,
to look after my kharche.
Right.
And in order to do that, I have to continue and give more time and
Mm-hmm.
focus to influencer stuff because honestly, that is where the money is. I don't make any money out of music. I hardly. And like if anything that I make out of music category are private shows that I do in Karachi, which is for like, rich people throwing events and parties at their house and we're the live band.
Yeah.
That's really where the money's at
Yeah.
to perform. Because honestly, I've always had this debate where people are like, oh, you live in Pakistan. Pakistan mein agar business karna hai, to you have to, throw out music in the local language, blah, blah, blah. I used to believe that, but
that's bullshit.
it's literally 2022, for fuck's sake. I mean, the goal shouldn't be कि मैंने national famous होना है. The goal should be that I want to be internationally famous.
Right.
And
I think as any kind
I've
of
always had that.
any kind of artist, the goal shouldn't really be I want to be famous at all. You should be making music just because it's
Exactly.
coming out of you. It's what you
Yeah.
do. It's what you express. It's how you express yourself.
Yeah,
So I think
and I don't think I would ever be the kind of musician, singer, artist who would just throw stuff out
Just for the
heck
sake of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried.
yeah, it doesn't. It
It
doesn't
just
feel good.
doesn't feel good,
doesn't feel
and
good.
and then if you don't feel good in doing what you're doing, then
And a lot of people say like it's easy to kind of like live that life where you can just kind of keep doing it and make money, but over time you do feel your soul corroding.
of course
when you
you get burnt out.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
yeah, I know you
Because-
do.
Yeah, I disagree because here's the thing. Now, Russ
And I have a rebuttal for you, but go on. Yeah,
Russ,
I'll let you go.
very, very well-known independent. Still to this day, he's independent, doing it on his own. He himself used to do this. He used to.
Yeah, but just
sit-
because someone does
and I've done it too. I've done it. I've taken time, one song a year, right? But it wasn't working. And what Russ eventually ended up doing was he dropped a song, I think, almost every week. And he was like single.
उसके बाद time
One
बहुत
song
होगा ना?
clicked. One song clicked. But that's what he was doing. That was his drive.
Yeah, it's like
that's all he had.
throw
He's like,
100
"This is all
things
I
at the
have."
table and one thing will stick.
Yeah. So eventually, what happened? One of his songs popped off, and then when fans were like, "Oh, who is this guy?" They did their research. They're like, "Oh shit, he has a whole catalog," and that's how it's working for most independent artists now. Like every artist that you see right now who's popping off, one song has popped, and then people go back and listen to the catalog. They're like, oh, and that's
well,
where
like
it goes.
in like
This is
anything
a
else,
chain
it's like a
effect.
Netflix movie. That series, you watch one episode, you go back.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like-
and this is as I said. Now we did Pindiye, all of us completely. Like I just took a big ass break. Every other guy was relatively a newer face. And we put it up on our channel, blew up. Why? Because it clicked, and then everybody rode the wave of Pindiye. And it all spilled over into all our channels, and like and that's, I feel like I don't know. I'm just on that train of you just gotta keep putting
Yeah.
more stuff out. Like the more
Yeah,
you
yeah.
overthink it, and like अच्छा ये चल रहा है, ये चल अच्छा नहीं,
But
ये
there
चल
should
रहा है,
always
national ये वो
be
सब.
that one project while you're putting all this shit out. There should be one song that you're literally this is what I'm putting my heart and soul into, right?
I think that happens every time.
But I think
though.
it's different for every artist.
Every
also
artist
because
for sure. Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
like
for
वो
sure.
जिसने कह रही कि she has like other
She's got- yeah, she's
responsibilities
got-
that she
yeah,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
take care of. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's not
have-
easy. It's
No, no,
really
of
not
course it's
easy.
not. No,
and
when
and,
you're-
and I can't afford to keep all my focus. I
Exactly.
did. I took 2 years off.
Yeah,
It went spiral down, destroyed
Yeah.
everything for me.
yeah.
I can't. It's tough. But where just baat pe tum abhi keh rahe the ki like it takes one song to like click. For me, that was a collab that I did, which was so wild to me. I get a call one day, and it's my friend Varsha who lives in Dubai. She's Indian, and she.
Oh, with the Josh wala collab.
No.
Oh, that was in Josh.
That was a whole. What? No, that was something else.
Oh, okay.
So Varsha calls me and she's like, she's the singer and she is based in Dubai, and she was like, hey, so like, there's a song and there's this guy, his name is Big Mood. He's from Canada.
big
And-
mood.
हाँ
He's a
उसका
big
नाम
mood.
J है
Okay.
लेकिन
Big
उसका
move.
हाँ
Monica.
खैर I didn't understand. I was like अच्छा ठीक है क्या scene है, and she's like, oh, the song's ready, you just have to record vocals for it and you'll get paid. And I was like, oh.
Nice.
Nice.
And then she's like, yeah, and then the song's yours. I'm like, oh,
Even better.
I get paid to
It's a gift. It's
to
basically a
sing,
gift.
and that's my song.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a collab with that guy. But Varsha wrote the lyrics with another friend of ours, Lily, and these are women who studied at Berkeley,
Oh wow.
and they're really cool. They're very, very cool. That song is called No Roses,
Oh yeah, no.
and I love that song. I mean, I didn't write it, but it came from the heart because it's like a breakup song, and so I felt it. I was like, nice, and that was that one
And
song.
it popped.
For me. That was
Yeah.
that one
Nice.
song
Like
for me
she
because
showed up. She was at the top of the Spotify
Spotify
playlist.
list, yeah.
everything.
it made it to a global playlist.
But then
which was
after that,
very
did you
cool.
drop anything?
I did. I
Like,
did drop.
continuously.
Bro, वो कह
मेरे
रही है
पास टाइम नहीं है.
वो कह रही है
I
मेरी
know, I
responsibilities है, उसको कह रहा है
Also,
तुमने एक अब्बा बना
here's,
इसका.
here's another thing.
You have the luxury of having a studio and not being able to do all
Fair.
that.
Exactly.
Having-
She has to
That's
pay
what
for
I
it
was
and
saying.
all
That's
I
what I
have
was
a
saying.
studio.
Not everyone
I have a
has a
studio.
studio.
Yeah, why are you
But-
why are you assuming she doesn't have a studio?
No, I'm saying कि अगर आप किसी और जगह पे करते हो, you have to pay for it, ना? And she's living independently in
Fair. No, no,
Karachi.
fair.
So
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
Sama ain't gonna pay for it.
and the heart and soul bit. I'll tell you something, dude. A lot of the time, like a lot of times,
Yeah, they tell me.
Yeah, dude.
a
Fuck
lot
yeah,
of
dude.
times, the shit that you do put your heart and soul into flops, and the
well, here's-
shit that you just don't care.
Now,
and you
here's-
just
that's
put
not
no
true.
That's
thought
not true.
into it.
That's not
Here's the
true.
thing.
It
Here's the thing.
has.
Here's
personally
Happened to you.
I'll tell you what happened. There is a difference between putting your heart and soul into it and actually thinking you've put your heart and soul into it.
I think consistency is it should be in everything.
Yeah.
Like I know that I'm not able to be super consistent with my music, but then in that regard, I can be consistent with the content that I'm putting out.
And you are though, yeah. You're literally.
So I
every
kind
day
of try
see
to balance
yeah.
it that way
Yeah, yeah.
because, and it's also like a mental thing. It's like I know that I have to pay rent, and if I die right now on Instagram, it's gonna be hard to pick
Done.
back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the most challenging thing. In the
Yeah,
world.
no, that's annoying. That
I mean,
part is
so
annoying.
how's the
Yeah.
influencer space in Karachi compared to like the music thing? If you were to compare both of them.
They're like two separate worlds. But honestly, I'm the kind of person I like to. Tum kyun na keh rahe ho?
This question was interesting. So it's like you piece together 5 different questions and just kind of, okay, I think I'll just present this right now.
No, because I don't know. She does the music thing and the influencer thing also. How's that?
Personally,
Yeah, for you.
oh, it's alright. I think it's scheduled. You just have to schedule everything. Honestly, like for me, if I was to tell you what I do during a day, I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is vocal exercises because that's the point where your voice is like.
What are they
deep and you wanna
like?
open
For
it.
example,
Like for example, when you wake up in the morning, your voice is very heavy, and so you just go like. No, like in a much lower frequency. Yeah, and then you expand it. and then-
बोल दे.
You're the who nahi hai?
I wish.
Let the singer explain.
Let Maria
No,
tell
but I
you,
mean, he
man.
did. I mean, boy, yeah, but
Yeah.
like nicer.
Nicer. That,
Cleaner.
yeah. Do you do vocal exercises?
Yeah.
क्या है तुम्हारे vocal?
How now, bro?
लानत.
You don't need vocal exercises.
Shut the fuck
No, because you don't sing. Because you don't sing. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
I like to warm up the facial muscles.
हाँ वो बेंचो
So I
खाना
don't-
खा के
So okay, your vocal exercises are done. You've woken
Yeah.
up. What next? What's
And then
next?
and then I just, you know, the regular stuff, food, whatever, blah blah blah. And then I just jump right into my influencer things.
Nice.
Which is if it has to be filming content that day or writing content that day or locking.
Was there a
gig.
comfortability curve when you were like placing the camera and recording yourself, or did you just would that naturally?
I
Kind
think
of
that was natural because I started at a young age.
That- okay,
so,
that's true. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
So
you get comfortable. I mean, the beginning, I remember I used to be very like when we were shooting for Tuntuna, I was very awkward. I
No,
don't know if
you were in a music
remember.
video before that. The back of your head.
Wait,
Remember?
which one?
Rack City.
Oh,
Rack
shit.
City.
Oh my god.
No, wasn't that
I
after
was.
that?
No, that was before.
That was before. It was before.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
right. But that was the back of my head.
That was the back of your head.
Why'd you use the back of my head again?
Because you didn't want to put the front of your head.
Oh.
Because she knew it was like, oh,
I'm glad I
Salma's
made
video.
that decision.
Yeah, nice,
I am
good,
glad.
smart.
Rack City,
Even
bitch,
at
Rack
that age, you were
City,
smart
bitch.
enough to know.
Thank you very much.
That
Good
But you
job.
had confidence through, performing like
Well,
on
but in
stage
school,
and
I
everything.
hated
Yeah,
it.
you know,
In
so-
school, people used to make fun of me.
No, but like
Oh, after, yeah.
eclipse हो गया उसके बाद
But
सारे
camera
gigs
is
आ गए.
different. Camera is like,
Mm.
I don't know. Camera was
It's capturing everything.
Yeah, it was different. But then obviously I got comfortable.
Yeah, nice. Okay, I find it so hard to make like I did that shout out. I find it so hard to make videos of myself. I get frustrated, angry to the point where I actually get depressed. I'm like, so why am I doing this myself?
Recording
You know,
yourself?
like, yeah, it's just weird. And then you keep fucking up the take, and then you're cussing at yourself. You're going there, stopping the camera again, starting. It's just such a nightmare
Yeah,
for me.
that also
बहुत
gets to me.
शिकरी बहुत बुढ़ा है
Yeah, in this case, I am.
No, but that does get to me.
traditional.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, like who wouldn't get frustrated if they're constantly trying to get one simple thing right?
And then there's no one there telling you,
And there's
oh
no one
no,
there.
you gotta try it this
so
way.
half the time I'm alone doing all of this.
Yeah.
And I tried like hiring a bunch of,
People,
little
team,
boys
little
like, make
shoot it.
videos.
Mm.
No,
They
didn't
are
work?
young. I mean,
doesn't work.
But it's just ethic. I think work ethic. It's tough to find people who get it.
Yeah, that's true.
And in
And then plus
Karachi,
it's your own aesthetics as well. Like you got to make them understand that too. I'm sure.
that also,
Yeah.
and just for work ethic the most for me. It's like I mean, you guys know this time.
Time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
You
we
had a
do.
song called Time too.
I do
didn't
have a
you?
song
Yeah.
called
Oh my God, तूने कितने गाने
Speaking of
बनाए?
consistency, isn't it important to be consistently on time?
30-minute
Yes.
window, buddy. 30-minute
Not when
window.
there's a guest, bro.
She ain't a guest. She's
She-
most
she-
welcome
she's a
every
guest.
What did I
time.
tell you? That's what
She
he's
is a
gonna say.
guest.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he was gonna
It's
say.
too cool. It's too cool. अगली दफा फवाद याद है जो कराची में मिला था
I'll wear the red again.
Lord
just to give
no.
him
Oh my
PTSD.
God.
If he, ever comes to,
PTSD
if
for
he
him.
ever comes to one of your shows and asks to be treated like a guest and demands a
Never.
pass, and like fuck you. No, you ain't no
Never.
guest.
हाँ इसको
पहले
इसको
आ तो जाएंगे शो पे.
आज है लेकिन उसका ना +1 अगर लेके आएगा तो
Plus,
लाहौर में जिसको लेके आए तो उसको-
yeah, his buddy. His buddy. we won't get into that. But yeah, okay. So speaking of music, back to music on this whole like idea of consistency, quantity, and quality. Do you think music is too commercialized in Pakistan? Like, overly.
I think for a very long time, we were still stuck, or not we, the mass general
The Matrix.
industry.
The Matrix.
They were stuck in the whole 90s, era.
The 90s Amaka.
Early 2000,
Yeah.
late 90s era. And then that just stuck. And that stuck for so long. And then like places like Coke Studio also elongated
Right.
that. And then it just happened until COVID time.
Yeah.
And I think kids couldn't take it anymore and they just started throwing out music. So now I guess now it's like, I don't know. I feel like musicians here, no offense to anyone, but I think musicians here, they just see what's trendy and then they try
Yeah.
to make that their own
Yeah.
without
Right,
actually
Without
making
actually
it their own.
Yeah, it's just like to
You
my name
know?
on it. Yeah, yeah. So
And
it's like taking a test paper, putting your name on it, and be like, here you go.
Yeah, and what I was talking about earlier, how like they're musicians who just collaborate with each other,
Right.
and but then when they see you, they were like, Johnny, collaborate
Let's
करते
do
हैं
it.
यार.
Come on, yeah, right.
हाँ भोसड़ी के तुझे भेजा हुआ था
Karachi.
WhatsApp पे मैसेज जवाब नहीं दिया.
Also, what I mean, like, any music that's made in the mainstream industry that has money behind it, it only comes from corporations, right?
Of course, we have no labels here.
That's- yeah, you
official
don't have-
labels here.
Why? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What
I mean,
is
we
it?
had
I think the
EMI.
model of like selling music to an audience, you know,
हाँ.
वो भी एक तो
अच्छा
इतना
मुझे
मुश्किल-
ये लगता है कि जितने भी record labels हैं यहाँ
Fire Records wasn't that a record label?
Yeah.
Back in the
कि
day.
मतलब हम उनको पैसे दें
हाँ, yeah.
और वो हमारा काम अपलोड करेंगे, वो तो मैं खुद कर सकती हूँ.
Huh,
Yeah.
and
So
$20
they
they
take money
take.
from
Instead-
you instead of
giving you points
It's
and money.
weird. It's
And-
weird. Unless I mean you're supposed to be investing in your with
Artist,
like
yeah.
artists
Yeah.
and like creating schedules for them and
Activities,
and,
events, and yeah.
tours and
Yeah,
like lighting everything down.
exactly.
No.
None of that.
1, 2, 3 ha.
92 के World Cup में
हैं?
Huh?
मैं कैसे गया
तो बोल क्यों कह रहे सारे कैमरास रोल हो रहे हैं?
रोल हो रहे हैं ना?
Rowland.
तुझे मैंने बोला तूने बोला ताली बजा बोला
थकला हरामी.
गोरा कुत्ता
उसे कहते हैं.
albino dog man
Okay.
उसके बाद
No, seriously, fix it.
इधर से हाँ बाथरूम जा पानी ले यू कर.
He has product in the back.
Oh, he does?
He
Do you
does.
not know how to fix your hair? Yeah, I do. Osis.
Should we just do it without him? It's
जल्दी
all
ऑडियो शुरू
rolling
कर दी
anyway.
मैंने बेटे. Welcome back.
Wow. Different.
do this. Push your headphone back and then push it a little.
It's not gonna work, bro. He's fucked.
थोड़े से उठ
He's
जाएंगे
fucked.
आगे से.
वैसे भी साइड.
But
Now
right,
slide it
Ah.
आगे. Slide it.
चलो 1 2 3 ha. Shut
तूने
up.
टी-शर्ट बहुत टाइट पहनी हुई तुझे ये बता दूं. नहीं ऊपर से बाकी भी जिससे Welcome back. Well, we
But then we
took a
were
little break.
ending on
Took a little break. Maybe we fixed his hair. Let us know what you think about his hair.
It looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. He looks like.
Does it look the same?
It kind of does. I mean, it looks fine when you
He's
were
got that
walking in.
Desi Wolverine.
Miru's hair is the
You
fifth member of
fucking
this
fuck,
Why
bro.
you messed it up so much, bro?
अब उसे podcast नहीं
तुम
होगी.
इतने पीछे वैसे क्यों इधर क्यों रखते हो?
ताकि बाल ना खराब हो ना. समझा करो.
तो इधर रखो.
मसला पता है क्या?
crown पे रखो.
तू अपनी मांग से उधर और इधर क्यों ले जा रहा है? Take it one side ना.
It was यार मैं एक ये लो अब ठीक है.
नहीं अच्छा देख. Use the other hand. Use this hand. No. यहाँ से
हाँ,
use
शाबाश.
his second hand for a while was stuck here.
Okay guys, let's do it.
Oh, well, that's all go. That's gonna. We've been doing it. This is all part of the podcast.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You're gonna cut
Yes,
that
it
shit
is.
out.
No, we ain't
Remember?
cutting shit out.
All right, so we're back here after a little break. Important question for you, Maria.
Oh boy.
Are you a burger?
I think
Nice. Okay, we're all burgers here. We
Yeah.
get a lot of flack for it.
I'm considered as one.
Yeah. What do you consider? What makes a burger?
Right off the bat. 'cause-
Kid
nice
who was
speaking-
born in a
Yeah, I was born here.
but the environment that you were in.
नकली burger बोल रहे हैं मुझे.
No, but you were born in a very like,
Offend हो गया.
foreign.
The American school.
Yeah, you went to-
American
you
school. I was
went to
born in
American
the
school.
You
American
never wore the
school.
fucking
You were
empathy
born-
belly.
You were born in the American school.
Born in the American
In
school.
First day of class, I was born. I was like,
Yeah.
Shabash Shikri. But yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but you are a burger, right?
I guess.
You're right. Nice burgers. We represent burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat, because she goes by Maria.
Maria. Well,
Yeah.
that's because that's her name. It's not like she chooses Maria or
Is it?
Maria.
It's Maria.
It's Maria.
Oh,
It's always been
See,
Maria.
Maria
Yeah,
is a
to
different
15
name.
News to me.
हाँ, I just got trans-
15 साल से जानते हो
No,
उसको
'cause if
नाम
you
नहीं
look-
No,
Take
but
a
I
look at
stopped
her entire
correcting
name.
people. I stopped correcting people
It's like
ages ago.
if someone in
Only
Pakistan was
now-
named Sarah and people would call her Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Only
Sarah.
now, only now I've like gotten back to actually telling people
It's
that-
Maria.
yeah.
It's
Because
Maria.
because it got out of hand. People started calling me Maria.
Maria.
And that's something I call you to, because from back in the days
Yeah,
in school,
that
it
was
"Oh,
when I
Maria ही
stopped.
है,"
Yeah, that was
So
when I
I have to like
stopped.
work on switching that as well.
Yeah,
I
please
guess.
work on it.
Maria,
Yeah.
yeah. Maria.
You make us call you Miracle, so you better fucking call her
I
Maria.
don't
Call
make
me-
anyone call me anything.
This
Yeah.
guy makes everyone call him Merkel.
Yes,
Yeah, you gotta take it seriously.
No, there was Miracle had a specific day where he was very particular about calling me Miracle.
Are you serious?
No,
At
no.
Stardust.
That's not the Shahira.
That was starting, not miracle.
Oh, okay.
Miracle at start.
But he's openly told us like, no, I'm Miracle. Like, don't tag me as Shaheer. Don't do this. Tag me
because
as Miracle.
like वो
the
तो
brand, that's your
social
brand,
media
yeah.
presence है, you know.
Oh,
That's
social media presence है, boy.
That's like
Dan Bilzerian.
जब तेरा
Artist name.
जब तेरा निकाह होगा तो तेरे से मौलवी साहब वो लड़की से क्या पूछेंगे आप मिरेकल को अपने काम में कबूल
वो
कर
तो
लीजिए
शायद
relationship
होगा।
banks.
कोई
That's
पता नहीं है ना कोई पता नहीं है तेरा
वहाँ में
मौलवी
miracle शायद
साहब
लिख के आ-
मिरेकल बोले मुझे
तू अपना नाम चेंज कर ले, मिराज क्रिप्टो हक है चोद।
मिराज अकवान
मिराज अकवान।
gamer tag
But
But yeah,
Maria.
That was your
I got my
impression?
internet today. Speaking of gaming, just
man shut up
I think
just throwing
anybody
that out there.
fucking-
I
Literally.
just
We do care
throwing
about that.
out
Just
there.
इतना
I
तू
just,
इतना excited था मुझे तू पहन PS5 ले
No, but Sama's been fucking up our gaming routine for what, a week now, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
I mean, real talk though. Like
Do you game?
we could all use a little bit
I
of a
don't.
break.
You don't game at all? Have you played any video games recently?
Recently?
You played
No.
Tekken. Yeah, I mean, you played.
Used to. I
Like,
mean,
played Tekken or just like,
Played.
hello? Oh, you actually played Tekken?
Yeah, there was a time during COVID where I was
Because your brother's
bored as
like
shit.
your brother's a hardcore gamer.
He works at Epic
Works
Games,
at
bro.
Epic, yeah.
They make games.
No, but he always
वो सामने की करने तू
Your bro's he dabbles in games, right? Fucking makes the games.
oh you must
But
be
yeah, my brother is a
I
hardcore
dabble in it.
gamer.
PhD key.
Oh, yeah, I dabble in,
filmmaking
but
Is
yeah.
he like a PC gamer, console gamer,
PC
like what
gamer.
PC.
Okay.
I'm trying to so hard to convince these guys. You're a PC
I'm a
gamer.
PC
These guys
gamer,
could be PC gamers. No.
Another.
Are you a PC gamer?
I'm an all gamer.
You're an
More
all
the
gamer.
merrier. More
I'm
the
a
merrier.
gamer
I'm a gamer.
He's an all gamer.
But for me, it's like Marvel and DC. They're the more the merrier. PC, PS4, the more the merrier. Xbox, games excite me. But yeah, this motherfucker get a PS5 soon.
When I get more shows.
Give someone.
यार खुदा के लिए
Management.
इसको कोई शो दे
Give
दे
it to
यार।
me.
खुदा के लिए हाँ
Oh,
He's
hold on.
single as fuck.
We got some delivery at the door.
Never again.
Another interesting tidbit about you. You're also half Filipino, right? We
Yeah.
kind of glossed over that.
Yeah.
How does that affect or play into like your music, or have you ever thought of like, well, what is Filipino folk music? I don't even know.
Oh, honestly, to be very honest, I'm kind of out of touch with
Philippines.
what's trending there. But just like Pakistan, it's everything comes late there as well.
Oh, because it's further from the I guess that makes sense. Like the pulse starts in the West and then it kind of reaches the rest of the world.
And I think the Philippines is also it's approaching the stage of boy bands and girl bands like K-pop.
That's
boy
cool.
bands
I
and
wish
girl
we were
bands.
going. I wish we were going there so bad. Like
I agree. I wish so
Yeah.
too.
Like
And I
We
feel
have
like
bands, but
boy bands, pop
but
bands,
like
yeah.
pop singing bands.
Lekin bands भी
singing
कहाँ है
and
हमारे
singer.
पास bands like
अब
We've
तो
got a
इतने नहीं है
couple
bands.
Odge and
We've got a
अब
couple
इतने नहीं है, but you know,
Ah.
if you remember, like, you know, back in
Yeah.
the day we had
Well,
so many
that was
bands.
the age
and
of
those
bands.
groups and
closest,
everything,
the
yeah.
closest thing to a boy band, I think, was Avaz.
yeah.
Avaz was
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Ah,
oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, man.
beautiful. That was beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
beautiful.
And it was at a perfect time because Backstreet,
Yeah,
NSYNC,
yeah,
Britney,
yeah.
they were
Yeah.
popping off. They were like,
Hey,
let's try it over here.
Speaking back, shout out Aaron Carter, huh? R.I.P.
Oh,
That's
dude,
sad,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
sad.
yeah,
really
yeah,
sad.
That's
That was
sad.
fucking
cried.
horrible.
They had a
That was
concert
fucking
the
horrible.
next night, the Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
watching. I wasn't watching.
yes you
Aaron
were
का भाई
wasn't
है,
watching.
Nick Carter
I know,
का
yeah.
छोटा
So
भाई है.
Nick did a whole thing on the concert.
Yeah,
They,
yeah,
like, did,
Oh.
Nah,
moment
man,
of silence.
bro. Like, I think people didn't follow his music in his adult life. And
Yeah,
they
I
just,
agree.
They didn't. They just remember that How I Beat Shaq and Aaron's Party and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy I showed. He's heard the whole album because I made him listen to it. Fire fucking album.
Nice.
Really?
Such a
Nice.
under the rate. It's
I
called
had some
Love.
really good songs.
Oh.
The album's called Love.
That love.
And
I love
man,
love.
He
naive
went through a
love
lot of
I
shit
love-
too, man.
Yeah, he was going through.
Yeah.
Some
He was a young
horrible
star,
shit.
so he
Yeah.
had that child star
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
like they couldn't
Yeah,
handle
yeah.
that.
But Filipino, being Filipino.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I've struggled with that in different phases of my life.
Right.
And like when I was in school, I used a lot of racist
oh was
Oh, I'm
that why you
sure.
got
jokes
bullied
and bullies. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I hated it. People would
He
just.
didn't have to be Filipino. He still got bullied.
like assholes like him
I was a bully in school. To
Were
be
you
fair.
a bully?
I was a bully.
he still is
That's terrible.
This
Yeah.
shit hasn't changed.
Do you
Like
regret being a
34
bully?
years later.
No, because then I'd be bullied.
he's like the Jake
Like,
Paul
yeah.
But it was only
yeah.
like verbal, like or just like shit got physical, like.
Shit got physical.
Oh, really?
damn.
I never did physical.
Damn.
Shit. You got
Shit got
Oh,
physical.
really?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It was really fucked up. And then of course when I got into music, I think I've told you the story. I don't know if you remember, but there was a producer
Oh yeah.
who hired me to sing in his film, and I went and we did everything. We sang the song, and then we had to do a second take, like a second session.
yeah
Because he got fucked over by whoever he bought that song from. पता नहीं
Oh,
कोई
shit.
अजीब सा like किशमिश था सब चीजों का.
Hmm.
And so we meet up, and the second take was here in Islamabad, and we went to the studio and we're sitting there, and he just straight up told me to leave
What?
the country.
The country.
He's like, you know, you तुम तो वैसे भी यहाँ की नहीं हो, तो तुम एक काम क्यों नहीं करती कि तुम ये नहीं चलेगा ये अंग्रेज. That was the fuel.
Nice. Yeah.
And,
that's the best way to use it.
and then he said his piece, and I listened, and then I told him, I was like, with all due respect,
Fuck you.
bring me a fucking singer who can sing the way I sing.
Yeah.
So it was a bit cocky of me, but I had to prove a point. And so I said that, and then he's like, okay, you know what, I have to go, and then he gets up and he leaves, and I look at the producer, and I'm like, you know what, fuck this guy, I'm gonna use his money and his studio time and record a track of my own.
Hey.
And I did that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a serious note, back to our guests who are we're trying so hard to interview. I was watching a TEDx talk you did on
Lord.
the
Yeah.
Jiki Kya tha?
Yeah.
So it was centered around following your own voice and everything, and that's something we I think full-heartedly believe in. But I feel like there's not much of that here. There isn't a culture of following your voice. It's like follow the people who are paying.
That
Right.
and also just do anything to get views.
Do anything to get views. Fame has become the goal and an ambition rather than the actual art or creation behind it.
You know, there was a time where people used to follow their heart, and people would.
Is that
do
like
things.
during EP time or what do you, like how? What,
No, not that. I mean, maybe
90s?
when I started off, maybe like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like a decade
That's
ago.
true.
it was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
it was
we
a little
that's
better.
true actually. 2010s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good time. But
Yeah.
then it, like I said, like it died out towards when Instagram started
Instagram
popping,
pop, yeah,
and then like
TikTok showed up.
and
Yeah.
then,
that
like,
was it.
and
YouTube
it.
specifically, and
Yeah.
then you know,
I think YouTube was fine. though.
Summer
YouTube to a
TikTok
point.
YouTube
was
up
okay.
jaake.
Someone got the TikTok. Hey, you're a TikToker.
Have
You should
seen-
own
yeah,
that
fuck
shit.
yeah. Have you been watching his TikToks?
He
Nice.
sends
Oh, he sends them to you.
Oh, he
specifically.
sends them to you.
Shit, man. I'm sorry.
In the
Oh
beginning,
my
he did.
I'm sorry.
I just don't open my TikTok. I opened it today.
Nice.
Ah.
I saw some then. I saw some when I died a little bit inside.
We should react to his TikTok sometimes. Instead
That
of
should
doing
be a
that
thing. I
on
want to
the
be
TV.
here for that.
You know how Logan Paul didn't want to platform Andrew Tate? I don't know if I want to platform his TikTok. No, we'll review them. But yeah, Andrew Tate, bro. Yeah. Have you been hearing about since we got a woman here? Let's get her perspective. You've been hearing about Andrew Tate, I'm sure, right? He's an asshole to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
अच्छा,
Straight up.
Like
You
straight up,
such a
no,
fucking
like no
dickhead.
other-
Yeah, to be honest, मैं जानती नहीं हूँ. Like
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
of his work, but when there were a couple videos where he was,
So clips, you've seen clips.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see the full.
इसने बड़ा हरामी है, ऐसे पता
And I
क्या
was
किया? He's
very
like,
like,
oh, you think he's an asshole? He's like, oh, बस ठीक है, talk करता
I mean, it's usually it's a pretty common thread in societies
Yeah.
all over the world
Yeah.
that
I wouldn't argue about it. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
argue with
Right.
you.
You would
and
be
try
like,
to
"Why? Yeah,
convince
yeah."
you that dude.
And I don't believe he's a saint or anything, but
Yeah.
we have differing opinions here. But yes.
But also,
I don't want to get too controversial.
Boy की हुडी चेक कर दे, क्या लिखा है उसमें?
हाँ,
वो
दिखाओ.
उसको मैं दिखा चुका हूँ.
मुझे दिखाया उसने.
I showed it to him.
मेरा डिग्री वहाँ
उसने अपनी
पड़ा
degree भी दिखाई.
दिखा दो.
अगली दफा मैं भी लेके आऊंगा.
Ah, New York Film Academy. Cool.
But he went there for 2 weeks.
No, 8 weeks, bro.
8.
Oh,
Six
What?
weeks तूने मेरे कार्ड दी, मैं 6 हफ्ते की फीस दी है. He went there.
I had a 4.0
oh,
GPA.
that's what that
Oh,
thing is.
don't fucking say that. I had a 4.0 GPA. और किसी को 4.0
They were
देते हैं.
they were giving out 4.0 GPAs like that.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, what we're talking about following your voice and not letting
Yeah.
it deter you. Is
I
that what
still
you're doing?
stand. Yeah, I still stand by it.
You're still doing that,
Yeah.
right? You don't change up your process like, fuck, okay, but this isn't working, so I should do this just because it's the thing to do.
Because the thing is, look, when my song "Strong" came out, which was not intended, like I didn't intend to do that song. I didn't want to sing that song. It was a very emotional song for me, and it was very close to the time when my mom passed away, and I just wasn't ready to share it with
Rest in
the
peace.
world.
Yeah.
You know. Thank you. And so I did it anyway. I was like, fuck it, I'll just whatever. And when that song like got a lot of attention, for me to understand that people listen to this kind of music because it is coming from the heart, and for me that's priceless.
Yeah.
When I would do shows here in Islamabad, there would be people coming from all sides of Pakistan
Except Osama.
except for Sam.
Fucking asshole.
Wow,
Sam
man.
दिन में बहुत cool था.
Acha.
Sama to rude है.
Rude है.
Osama.
But yeah, people would come down and they'd be like, oh, and there was this one show that I had to cancel because it started raining, and there was one dude who came and he's like, I came all the way from Mansera
Oh, nice.
just to hear you sing strong.
Nice. That's
And that for me, I was just like, bro, how much did you pay for your ticket? Take it all back.
Take it all
Because
back.
that's priceless for me.
Yeah.
That for me was when I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. And what I need to be doing is just make music from my heart and then hope that someone will connect. And if they don't, then that's okay. But I know that ek banda ya bandi को समझ में आ जाएगा और वो relate कर लेगी या कर लेगा. And
Yeah, Zing. Shout out Zing.
We're gonna have the protein bars next time.
Yeah, you gotta send Maria a lifetime supply. Do you like protein bars?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Maria, oh yeah, she's a vegan.
No,
vegetarian.
not vegetarian.
Huh.
What?
Time out.
Exactly that.
Real, like serious question. Like what's the difference?
80% vegetarian.
Okay.
Wait, what? What did
I
you
don't know
say?
the difference between vegan
Veg and
vegetarian.
Oh, vegan's like
Vegan
That's
is
fine.
like a lifestyle. It's not just your diet. It's everything that you own. And
oh shit, really like
yeah.
Whoa.
And it's
Fuck.
like you don't
Like you can't
consume
even like wear leather and like.
no.
obviously not. It doesn't.
Anything that comes
crocodile
from
boots.
animal whatever is no. Vegetarian, however, there are different kinds of vegetarians. Like some people like to have eggs. I kind of do. I'm like now it kind of makes me sick because I'm so
really?
used to not having eggs for breakfast now. But when I do, I'm just like, mm-mm.
Nah.
But like some vegetarians are okay with having dairy.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like if there's no option, then I'm just not gonna stress.
No options. But you don't eat. There's no meat in your
No
diet.
meat.
No
I
meat.
stopped eating meat
Okay, cool.
ages ago.
I can't stand that. I don't.
No meat,
understand
no
that.
chicken, and then like seafood maybe when it's in season.
Good seafood, yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously,
good
yeah.
seafood, yeah.
And Karachi's got some great seafood, yeah. Okay, Marty. Shout out
Yeah.
to K Marty.
Why?
Have you been crabbing? Have you ever been
I
crabbing?
have been crabbing.
That's fun.
The food is really good, but it's filthy. The
It's
boats are so
nasty.
fucking
Yeah,
dirty.
it is.
Like if you just look down,
fun of it.
Just look down once. It's like what?
I've only actually like really just been once, and that was ages ago before I even moved.
Well, I have
So,
some like ridiculously rich friends in Karachi. They get the crab
to their
served.
house?
They get the whole catering, the crabs to be catered at their house.
Yeah.
Milwao
Yeah,
yaar kabhi.
that's a thing that
Milwao ko bhi
that is
piglo
something
se.
that a lot of people do there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like on a regular, like
Yeah.
every weekend, every Friday. It's like, oh, let's go.
उनको
it's
बोलो कि
Friday.
हमारे साथ कभी आके
Blue
सेवर चले.
It's delicious.
उनको
though. I
सेवर
love
खिलाए
crab.
हम.
Very,
You
yeah, crab is yummy.
You like crab?
Crab is nice.
Crab's amazing. Lobster. Have you
Poor
ever had crab? Like
Yeah,
Lobster
I've been
is really
crabbing.
good.
lobster is the shit. Yeah.
तू मुझसे ऐसे पूछा है सब मैं गाँव से आया हूँ.
Dude, look at the hood you grew up in the hood in Orlando. I don't know, bro.
But it's a hood in America. You know, you still,
Applebee's,
we got red
man.
lobster. So.
Oh shit. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell doesn't
that's
got
the
no
difference.
lobsters.
Okay.
Nice,
cool,
nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Damn, so it's like that. There's this actor, because I thought about going vegetarian. Last time I met her when we were doing
you
Oh,
actually-
bro,
you were
there's
considering
no
it?
way.
I actually was. I legit was.
Bro,
I'll
you
tell
eat
why.
like meat like a
There's
beast.
no way.
That's what I'm saying. So
You
when
eat
she
the meat off of meat.
so she came and like it was nighttime, it was evening time, but
Yo,
she,
Man,
For
no.
heaven's
Yo,
sake.
she
bro.
was totally on
the
the.
button's broken. I can't help it.
okay, that's fine then.
So she came and she was like legit glowing, and it was like evening
yeah.
dark
Oh, it
time.
actually
And
does that?
I was like, yo, like
Yeah, my skin
Was that
got
was that
better.
specifically because of the vegetarianism, or maybe like a facial care routine or something?
No, she
I
just
only put a
legit-
little bit of blush today for you guys for this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
Nice.
I've just been
there's like a
barefaced.
natural.
Nice.
Just think about it. What do cows eat?
What do cows eat?
I'm asking you. What do cows eat?
Plants.
Gans.
What do bulls eat? Gans.
Gans.
And they're like strong. Bulls are strong as shit. Like they all day
चल
eat
फिर
gans
तू
poos,
तू
right?
बन जा छोड़
So
अपने अम्मी अबू का खर्चा बचा.
so that plus there's this I think Vidyat Jamwal. He's an Indian actor, Commando. If you've seen the film.
फिर से confirm कर लो.
मुझे नहीं समझ
Fact check, fact check.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
he's dead, bro.
It's easy if you don't.
Just kidding.
the movie Commando. If you've that series.
No, Commando. अच्छा
Arnold
अच्छा.
No. The Indian
No,
Vidyat.
I haven't seen it.
He's a vegetarian. Look at the way the dude is ripped, and he's.
I mean,
a
all
full-blown-
Indians are vegetarian almost.
A lot of
yeah,
them,
'cause
yes.
they
A
don't
lot of
eat-
them.
Yeah.
They don't
But
eat-
he's the
Vegan.
100% vegan
Plant-based.
one. Yeah, plant-based. So
Arnold is a.
Oh, excuse me.
now
Arnold?
he is.
Oh.
Now he is. He's promoting the lifestyle now.
Well, he's
And-
old and how he needs to
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
Tell
longer.
me.
yeah, he's still.
But
gonna function.
But
yeah, Vidyat's
plant-based
ripped.
But plant-based diet has been proven to reverse diabetes and help with arthritis
Really?
Oh, shit.
and
really?
prevent cancer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think it's also
Yeah.
easier in Karachi than it would be anywhere else. Karachi caters to that lifestyle, no?
dude.
Doesn't it?
It's
Not at all.
so Lahore caters, ironically.
How?
Oh,
There are a few vegan places, plant-based
Oh,
places
okay.
now. Karachi, yeah.
I thought there'd be more awareness in Karachi.
Karachi is like you have to. I mean, even if you go to like a regular, if you're a regular at a restaurant, you have to remind them. No meat, no dairy, no cheese, no this, no that.
How do you know they're not cooking the same food in the same pan they're using to cook
I
the
mean,
beef and shit?
we'll never know.
Man.
Okay.
You know.
Shit.
But
That's just sorry, Gajo. That's just like that's like
देखिए ये इसका अच्छा वाला I'm so naive.
that's my naive side. You know?
Don't.
No, this is like
Don't
back in
do
Orlando.
that.
Like I'm used to fight with the McDonald's workers, like fried and like halal. We want vegetable oil. And they're like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am,
yes,
yes,
whatever.
I'm like, and I'm
This
just
is
looking.
true.
I'm like, you know, they're
They're
not
sort
gonna
of
do that.
yeah, no
pig,
one, no
pig
one,
fat
no one
and shit,
cares.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
no
what-
one
no,
cares.
My dad used to do that
McDonald's.
too.
By the way, I think McDonald's fries are actually fried in pig fat.
Word.
Nasty.
Okay, word.
Yeah. Then like
Yeah.
this
No,
whole,
not
this
pig fat.
organization. It
They
was
were
pig fat. It was pig fat.
Really?
It was pig fat.
Oh.
That's why they were so tasty.
They were so fucking
That's
good.
why I'm so pink.
So in the 90s, when our parents were going to America and ordering like fish o fillets and shit, they were still eating fries fried in
Fish
pig
o
fat.
fillet? What the fuck is fish o fillet?
That's what it's called. isn't it?
Filet o fish.
Filet-o-fish.
Filet-o-fish.
I always called it fish
Hey,
o fillet.
I never got that. I was straight up,
Fish
give me
o
a Big
fillet.
Mac, bro.
Yo,
I
let
don't
me
care
get
if
some
I
it's
always
fish o
halal.
called it
fillet.
a fish.
I didn't care if it was halal.
Fish o
or- I was
fillet
like,
ka bacha.
Fish o fillet, right? Fish o
I
fillet.
always thought it was that.
Filet
I think
o
they
fi-
changed
That
it.
makes more sense though, no? Because
Give me-
Of course.
the filet
Give
of
me
the fish.
Give me
Fish o fillet.
give me pounder quarter.
He was
I
eating
always thought it
it
was
Donald mix. Okay.
Give me pounder counter.
McDonald. But no, I love I love.
Unnecessary.
That's good. I go. Hey, fuck you, man. I don't like my.
No. Sorry.
I'll eat whatever.
मैं माजर चाहता हूँ.
तू माजरत ले ले.
Bismillah, bro. But I've seen perfect. I was gonna cut out here, but I've seen like fucking like legit hijabis like
Eating
Palestinians.
bacon and shit, pork
Yeah,
and shit.
they'll sit down. They'll be like Bismillah.
Bacon?
No way.
They'll be going to town, and I'm
That's
like,
wild. That's crazy.
Bro, क्या पता ज़बिया bacon हो?
I have no comment on bacon. I don't even know what bacon is. What's bacon?
What? Baconator? Baconator fries? What are those?
But turkey bacon, which is halal completely. Turkey bacon is the shit. Have you had turkey
I've
bacon?
had turkey bacon.
Isn't that not part of? How's
Like
that?
4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Before you
she
became
became-
vegetarian. Okay, vegetarian.
अच्छा बड़ी कोशिश की है इसने.
I was like, I got you. You eat meat. But everyone's had turkey bacon here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exclusive.
point in their lives,
That
yeah.
shit is one point in your life, bro.
1 point.
It's just turkey bacon. It's not like
How old are
caviar,
you?
man.
Yeah,
At
dude.
least, you know, like everyone must have it. I'm making an assumption. Yeah.
It's like caviar for him. He rations that turkey
Ah,
bacon.
Yeah, I've had it a lot.
Throw.
Yeah.
But
rationing, man. Rationing
Turkey
is
bacon is a shit.
Invisibility is not miracle super. It's rationing.
Rationing.
It's fucking
Yeah.
rationing. The man can ration the
एक
shit out
बेंचो
of
invisible है.
Really?
एक नाइव है
I wish.
बेंचो.
You can't.
back to the interview part of the podcast. I want to talk to you about
You're
this.
Filipino side.
I've been through this and I had an experience. He kind of had an experience. How was the journey from Islamabad to Karachi? And now would you ever consider like coming back to Islamabad, or is Karachi the shit now? That's it? You're there
I think
now.
if I was to move out of Karachi, I would move out of the country.
Oh, completely gone.
Oh,
Completely gone.
okay.
The move is just like any other move. I mean, it was tough.
Oh, and you moved from Philippines to Pakistan, or did you ever live
No,
there?
I was always here, but
Okay,
we used to go back and forth a lot.
Okay.
But I was a kid. I
So
mean,
everything was happening around
everything
you.
was happening around me. My mom took control. But going to Karachi was like, it was tough because, of course, I made a decision, and me being a girl
Yeah.
and making that decision, because like straight up, the first thing my dad said was like, "लड़की का घर वही होता है जब उनकी शादी होती है." मैंने कहा, "Fuck."
Oh shit! That's
like, Dad.
that's bullshit. Yeah.
I was like, "Are you forgetting whose daughter I am? Like, do you forgot who your wife was? Like,
Yeah.
seriously, we're gonna bring that shit up with me?" And he understood. This is literally what I said to him, and he understood, and he's like, "All right, fine,
Yeah.
go do you." And my brother was supportive and everything, but I kind of like deep down, I was like, I have to prove a point. I have to like,
To yourself and everyone else
and
around you, yeah.
my family really. I
Yeah.
mean, I was always the black sheep in the family, you know,
Nice.
doing things that I never finished school. I never went to college. I never had a whole
Shout out to Drop Now.
Yeah, like I never had a whole like there was no like, okay, this is what you got to do, and then this is what's gonna happen, and this is what's gonna happen, and blah blah blah. Even though my mom really wanted me to, but I also had to explain it to her that I'm better off doing performing arts than anything else, and you know, gradually. So I had to prove a point. I had no money.
Yeah, naturally.
I had no money. I don't know
You just got up and left.
I just got up and left.
That's
and like,
wild.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking at the time, because I remember for 2 months straight, I would wake up in the morning and I'd go and look at myself and be like, what are you doing? Like, क्यों कर रही हो ये? क्या जरूरत थी? अच्छा भला घर था, गाड़ी भी थी, सुकून था, पहाड़ थे, अच्छी मतलब like सांस आती थी. ये क्यों कर रही हो तुम अपने आप के साथ, you know? But then I would come back out of it and I'd be like, oh, I have to. And yeah, the transition was tough. But I did it. And I don't think I regret it at all.
No, nor should you. I think
I developed a good support system there.
that's the key thing you developed. Yeah, I think we all tried to do that.
I mean, the first year was a roller coaster.
Loneliness, complete. Like alone. I mean,
more
you
like
had friends and
I
stuff,
had
but
people,
yeah.
but they were not the right people to be
Right.
around.
And that's something you have to really go through in Karachi. You have to really find the right people.
And the reason was that I jumped out of that really quick because the reason why I left Islamabad to begin with was the people around me at the time.
Right.
So for me, I was
right back into that.
I was like, I can't fucking do this. This is why I left.
Yeah.
I need my focus to be on making a career. So, you know, that. And
Yeah.
then COVID happened. COVID probably was the best time for me in terms of
For us too.
for you, the
For different
greatest.
reasons. Yeah, for different reasons. Yeah.
But COVID for me was the time where I was like, okay, now I can reassess and rethink and plan. And obviously it was stressful because I was just, now I'm like, all right, now I gotta touch my savings. Now I gotta fucking spend all my savings.
But it's interesting
I just
that-
worked so hard to make this much money.
And the world gave you a little moment to just kind of reset and figure shit out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that was when I found the people who I call my Karachi family now.
One of my favorite things in life is to just be able to walk on a street, stand there, space out for a while,
तो
while
कभी
smoke
नहीं होगा.
on a cigarette, and just stare at the beautiful scene around me. And you cannot do that in Karachi anywhere.
No.
Unless you're like standing on the edge of like Dolman Mall or something in the park. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
So when I started feeling that, and yes, there were other reasons
And you
why I left
hate
Karachi.
beaches. I know that.
I hate beaches.
You hate beaches.
Fuck beaches
yeah.
with the sand in my feet, sun and flaring on my head. Like, fuck
Guys,
I hate the world.
You go in the water, there could be like crabs walking in the water. They go on your feet and
course.
stuff. It's fucking
It's the
nasty.
ocean. What the fuck?
I love the ocean, but I want to be on a boat on the
Okay.
ocean.
You can do that too. by the
A
way.
yacht.
You can do that.
So yeah, but I hate the beach. Beach sucks.
कोई बात नहीं शिकरी हम मिलके सारे boys जाएंगे इस दफा कराची.
Yacht, Karachi.
No, you're perfect here.
So that's what I
You're
realized.
fine
After all
here.
that,
Yeah.
I went out of my bubble. People like, go the fuck out of your bubble. Okay, fine. I'll go out of my bubble. Be out of my comfort zone. Did
I
all
want
that
my
shit.
bubble back.
I realized I want my bubble back.
Speaking
He's
of
my executive
producers, speaking of
Speaking of
producers,
producers.
have you worked with any female producers here yet?
Are there?
I don't
And
think
are
so.
there any female producers,
I know,
especially like the
I know
new
Hanya
crowd?
from Zeb and Hanya.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
is a producer here, but I haven't worked with her.
I feel like there are very few, right? Or are
There's
there,
this
are there
one
many?
girl,
Gone?
Zara
Producers.
something.
Zara
Where-
Zara
Paracha.
Paracha, Zara
I have
Paracha.
yet to
Zara,
work
I've
with
heard
her.
of her.
She's
She's really
very
good.
cool.
I've heard
I've
really
yet to
good.
work with her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
very
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Shout out to ZP.
But that group that you mentioned, you know, the musicians, the women-only group. Are there any like? Do you see any female producers, young producers
Audio engineers
there?
or producers?
So a lot of the women, it's like what I do. I'm not a producer myself, but I know how to work a DAW and I know how to set mic and like everything and all that. I know how to track,
Okay.
but I don't know how to put it all into proper production. कि
the
मतलब-
arrangement and everything, and
But that's just something you pick up, I think, over time.
Yeah. But I choose not to do that because then
that's an added thing
too
that you have
much.
to
It's
do.
too much work. It is
you
too
know.
much.
too
It's-
much.
it will
That's
slow-
why I have
it
to
will slow
rub.
you
That's
down,
why.
yeah.
That's why I have to rub.
But what is the solution to have more female representation in the music industry? In your view, if you were given control
Just
of it
give
today.
them the gigs. Just give them the gigs. Highlight them, even if you're getting them for opening acts. Highlight them, and just have faith. No one's asking you not to get Hassan Rahim as a headliner. Keep him as a headliner. You want young stars to be headline. Fucking keep him as a headliner.
You want Sama Kamlari to be the headliner?
Fucking keep him as a headliner.
as the headliner.
But I think a culture of opening acts and promoting opening acts needs
Yes.
to be implemented.
So that isn't there yet?
I
That,
agree.
we don't do that.
It's implemented है
But barely.
लेकिन वही बात है ना कि मतलब जो ये कह रहा था
Posters से
शुरू
निकाल
में
दिया।
कि मतलब वो लोग नहीं कर रहे थे प्रमोट
तो उनका नाम भी
Advertise
नाम भी
नहीं
नहीं
होता
डालते.
ना. हाँ,
That's
नाम
fucked
नहीं
up.
होता,
That's
advertise
fucked
नहीं
As
होता.
an artist, that's your
नाम
main
ही
thing.
डाल
Yeah.
दो तस्वीर बेशक ना डालो नाम
अब
ही
उस
डाल
दिन
दो
पता चलता है ये
तो फिर तो आप exposure के लिए भी काम नहीं कर रहे. You're just
you're
like,
just
in a way
there
आप कर रहे
you're
हो.
there while
show
people
up
are
वहाँ पे होते हैं
gathering
तो
up
but no one will know your name and know if you're an opening
हाँ,
act,
no.
unknown act.
That's
Yeah, that's
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
That's
messed
fucked
up.
up.
also people think that oh up social media so it's easy blah 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 no dude
It's not.
it's a two-way street and that's what I think. I just think that people need to have faith and trust in women to be able to carry a show. We had a kick-ass show. We managed to bring 100 people in a tiny
space.
like small space and each and every single fucking girl aced it. Like they knew exactly how to pick a crowd up and it was probably one of the best gigs of that stream.
Of that stream. Now, follow-up question. Would you ever consider going into acting?
No.
Never.
Probably not.
Like hard no, hard pass?
I don't know. It kind of depends.
On what?
I've realized, like, I've done a bunch of acting things for, like, TVCs or whatever, and mostly I
yeah.
enjoy those because there are no dialogues.
The long
And I've
form
realized that that's my thing.
No dialogue acting.
I'm just like, to all my friends also back in Karachi, whenever they're like, oh, you should act. And, like, I can imitate people really well. I'm, like, whatever, all that. It's fun. But I suck at memorizing dialogues.
Oh, shit.
I can't do it. And I'm like, just give me a silent role and I will... I'll ace it.
Gunga.
The back of your head.
Back of my head.
As we wrap off,
Oh yeah.
what do you got in the future coming up that people should be looking out for?
Music. There is music.
I hope so. And influencer stuff? Anything cool?
Yeah. That's like my
ongoing.
day
That's
job.
daily.
That's like every day.
Nice.
There's something that I throw out.
Do you have a YouTube?
I do, but I don't really.
You don't influence on YouTube, Instagram only?
No, just Instagram.
Why not? YouTube. Get on YouTube, bro.
It's it's
shorter
a lot
form-
tougher.
Make a tutorials. and
Short-
stuff.
Honestly, Instagram is easy.
Instagram
it's
is easy.
to
Boop, boop.
control. It's
Quick, yeah.
it's quick
Yeah.
and it's also easy to grow,
It is way easier to grow on
especially
Instagram.
now.
We know. Yeah.
You did start these vlogs, right?
Yeah.
But then you just like.
Oh yeah, you were
stopped.
making
Yeah.
vlogs for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, but I stopped because, like I said, it was just too much. Man. It's a full time
Makes
thing.
sense. Makes sense.
Unless I have like an editor and a dude with a camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, yeah.
वही कर
shout out
फिर
to
मैं पैसे भी
Shibu.
दूंगी उससे मेरे पास नहीं है.
हाँ ये तो बात सही है
हाँ.
हमारे पास भी नहीं होते लेकिन हम फिर भी दे रहे हैं
गरीब भी हो गया।
No, but what you guys are doing is good because your focus is this.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, no,
Well-
we have other focuses. We just can't get together often enough to actually execute that. But to know
But baby steps. This is one step.
Baby, like fucking lizard steps.
Fetal steps.
Fetal steps. This was a
Nice,
good
nice.
episode. Thank you,
Yeah,
Maria,
yeah,
for
for
joining
Thanks for
us
having
on
me.
Nothing
Maria.
Happens Here. I hope you had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad. I'm sorry
Did
about
you?
him.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm also sorry about
Yes,
it.
we've gotten used to it.
And I'm sorry to you guys about all of them. So, as always, thank you for tuning in. Catch us next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for another episode.
He lives on that stuff.
He loves that. He waits for that all day long.
He loves that stuff. You love to do that.
Beautiful.